to the Week 6 recap. Directly to my right, the panel featuring tonight from Empire, your Game of the Week winners, Brant Radke.
Still riding that high, baby.
Still riding that high, indeed. We're going to skip directly to his right. We'll come to you last. To his right, everybody's favorite, resident City Online, Rowan Blazefoot, anti-activist, Ben Hutnick.
I prefer Roblaze. If you please, Sean Meredith.
And last but certainly furthest from least, representing your demolitionists of the week, Seth, the franchise Sanchez.
Honestly, that opening song, I thought that was Avery at first. I thought we had a new version of Avery's song.
We had a new intro. No,
intro, yeah, that was different.
And then,
it was
last but not least, the actually most confused with Rowan Blazefoot when reading recaps each week. Your least favorite AI cubby, Jason Cougar Huang.
I got nothing. How am I supposed to respond to that? I mean, usually I have something, but I know.
Well, typically you respond to that by trying to slide into someone's DMs, but I mean, that's just...
No. God, no.
AI companions are in. It's okay.
No, this is weird. I read somewhere that someone got proposed to some AI bot and so on and so forth, and cried bawling tears when the AI bot said yes, something supposedly online. I'm like, what? And he married.
Did you search that article out? Or
it was on Yahoo on the main page.
It was on the AOL homepage.
AOL, yes, I have an AOL account.
Cubby at AOL.
Yes, no, it's not Cubby at AOL. No, it's not.
It's Bear Cub at AOL.cub. In the cave.
Cougar, is it possible for artificial intelligence to slip you the shocker?
That's gross. That's disgusting.
Roblaze says, hell yes. Catch me later.
Speaking of which, we are here in the Up and Under tonight.
God.
Here at Johnny's North at 401 North 2nd Street. A big thank you to them for hosting tonight. We're going to be raising money all year for our two chosen charities, the Willow Domestic Violence Center and Lawrence Pride. A little reminder as well, with the 4th of July approaching, we're going to have a doubleheader rainout makeup. I have confirmed with Cougar that we will be doing a live broadcasting of both games from Hobbs, the first starting of which will be the first responders and the Ghost resuming, I believe, in the 4th inning with the first responders bases loaded and nobody out. So going to be an exciting resuming of that game at 5 o'clock. And then the makeup rain out for Game of the Week, Screamers at D-Holes. They'll be starting that off at Hobbs at 7 p.m. on Sunday, July 6th.
Roblaze has a question. Is the second leg of a double header the sloppy seconds?
I believe so. That's the Patrick Ewing leg.
If you've ever wanted to play Game of the Week, Screamers is taking any applicant, right?
Yeah. I mean, it seemed like David made it very clear he was only looking for males. One male to make his dreams come true.
I did watch their game 2 weeks ago, and they had 7 ladies on their team. So I think, getting another guy is probably the answer.
7?
They had 7.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good for them. I guess it makes more sense why the door or the window was only closed to males joining. It seemed very close-minded at first, but now...
if I was him, I'd be playing into this.
Yeah. Maybe he could enlist Rowan to send out mass DMs and just check to see if people gauge the temperature on team happiness in the league.
The problem with being disembodied is that Rowan always comes out hot, but nobody can feel the heat.
Not at first, anyhow. So starting off at Invictus Fitness Field, YSC won at 5 p.m. This was our first love tap of the week. I know we'd have to look at the score sheets. I don't think this was the actual final. It's the reported final. It was a run rule. Rick Rollers 42, the Soda Jerks 11.
When was the last time someone put a 40 spot?
Probably Sean's team.
Yeah.
No, it's happened.
No, I haven't. But
Was it the right score? I thought the Rollers.
Here.
I thought I talked to Beloy. He said he
42
thought
to
it was a little
11.
bit
That
less.
is.
Post House did it in the interregnum, and that's when the anger bang / hate fuck got coined.
Yeah.
And since then, I'm not so sure.
I know. I think the only other time, the last time would have been us.
That.
No, it had been like
CrossFit.
after you guys against Jayhawk CrossFit. There had been
I
someone.
don't think anyone else had done it.
Really?
No. Not.
What are you seeing on the score
40
sheet, Ben? Are
spot.
there 42 runs there? Tell us quickly. Cougar, do you want to do some math on that real fast on that score sheet? Hey, so that's the right score?
Yeah.
Holy
I can't-
moly.
I just ran into Malloy
Shout out,
briefly. He
J-Mo.
said he thought it was a little bit less than
I
what
can't.
the score sheet said. So I don't know.
I'm not 100% sure.
Were they bunting?
They were kicking the shit out of the ball.
No, so this
Yeah, I know there
this
were a
may be
few
unprecedented.
home runs.
The 6th inning on the score sheet
They kicked through 3
takes
times.
up 4
Yeah.
columns.
No, they kicked through the. I know. So
How many did they score?
That is what Malloy did tell me was that
20?
heading into the 6th inning, the Soda Jerks needed 3 runs to keep the game going to avoid a run rule in the 5th, and they got like 4 to go into the 6th. And in the top of the 6th inning, they kicked around 3 complete times.
They
and
scored
went,
19
Yeah,
runs.
they went through their lineup almost 4 times.
And 2, if not 3 of those were home runs.
They did say, okay, so they maybe didn't stop bunting, but they did stop taking extra bases.
That was nice. That was nice of them.
Good job.
Yeah.
So YC won. The wind was blowing what? Out to
Yeah, that was a straight out.
Or just straight out?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Blowing
straight
up, apparently. Roadblaze says, save some for a game that matters.
Ooh.
Jesus. Who said that?
Roadblaze.
Oh, boys. Oh, my God.
Roadblaze is coming out hot. And
Rick
I'm
Roller
here
says,
for
we
all
not
of
me,
it.
but fuck Soda Jerks.
It's actually a good
Jesus
gimmick
Christ.
because every time I want to shit on somebody, I'm just going to pretend that I'm the AI.
Yeah.
Ben is sentient.
There's no pretending it. It's you. Cougar, did you have a recap from this one?
I did, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
So here's what Malloy said from Rick Rollers. Quote, I checked in with Derek at Game of the Week to make sure we didn't feel disrespected or jaded about the score. Always good to maintain relationships outside the game. To be transparent, I never asked what the score was during the game. I was more concerned about us doing the little things right that will
Do we
matter
have a
in the
soundboard
playoffs.
that goes,
like proper
"Oh,
base
boy."
running, place kicking, and effective bunts down 1. Most of our runs came from errors in the outfield, which was explained to me by Derek. I'm glad the Rollers had fun and were able to let loose after a couple tough weeks. It's easy to run up the score against a lesser opponent, but we need to keep that same energy with better teams the rest of the year. That game is behind us now, and I'm now watching film on Toe Pokes.
I was
That
waiting
Malloy.
for the comma respectfully.
Yeah.
Robles says, biggest humble brag by a 3-3 team of all time.
What was the quote? They worked on their bunts up 1? Is that what he said?
Let's see. What said was, here's part of the quote. I was more concerned, quote, I was more concerned about us doing the little things that will matter in the playoffs, like proper base running, place kicking, and effective bunts down 1, unquote.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all. And I got one from Derek. I got one from
Derek.
Derek.
I want to hear Derek's.
Here's what Derek's, the captain of Sojourk says.
Is it
Quote,
I hope it just says "fuck you."
Ow.
I just.
Derek says
fuck
they
you.
scored 20 runs on us by practicing fundamentals.
Oh Jesus!
No, that's not what Derek said. Here's what Derek Davis, the captain of Sojourk, said. Quote, nothing good. Rick Rollers played their game, and we utterly shit the bed on the last. A total breakdown on defense. I'm 100% sure everyone touched the ball and had it drop on or bounce out of their hands. Malloy and with all capital letters, had a true over-the-fence home run. It was awesome, quote unquote. That was from Derek Davis, the captain of the Soda Jerks.
This was not the Soda Jerks shitting the bed. This is the first time in history that the bed shit on them.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so.
Well, I mean, at least they kept it close.
I bet they're so happy they scored those 4 runs to put it into the 6th inning.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. It could have just been
hey,
25 to
Sean,
7.
This actually. Oh, did they make it an hour? I guess maybe it's not a conversation then. I so badly want to forfeit this game.
By the way, there's a true story about, a lot of runs scored. So one time at Hobbs, it was between Wildman and I believe it was Brew Ballers. I think Wildman put like 45 runs, 46 runs. It was like 10, 15 years ago. It was so bad in the 5th inning that Brew Ballers literally just quit in the middle of the game and just said, we're done. Just left.
Can you blame them?
Yeah. Wow. So if in case anybody rage quit in the middle of the game, yes, it has.
There's an epilogue to that story insofar as Brewballers quit the league. So
Yeah. Yeah.
No. The only team I've remembered that's ever quit the league, if you know your history, was Salon DeMarco. If you remember that team back in 2006, 2007, they went 0-7 and just didn't show up the rest of the games. Period. Look it up. That actually happened. Salon DeMarco.
I didn't know that. That's a good little tidbit.
Yep, it happened. They rage quit in the middle of the season.
Okay.
I'm never going to Salon DeMarco again. That's my massage.
People don't forget.
Does Salon DeMarco still exist? Does it?
Yeah.
It does? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Well, they're able to keep paying rent by not paying league fees.
That's true.
Well, congrats to the Rollers on that.
Team chemistry is at all-time high.
Yeah.
Oh, rude. Invictus Fitness Field.
Can
Why?
we just bring back the hate fuck? Come on.
Yeah.
Just bring it back.
I mean,
Who cares?
Fuck this.
World War
Canner
III
sandwich,
has
Jimmy Kale.
kicked off, so the hate fuck's back, everybody.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you. Love tap. Get that
Robles
back.
loves it.
Robles is all in.
Gosh.
Invictus Fitness Field, YSC 1 at 7 p.m. The Gators with a Y 2. The LFK Rays 16. Jesus. The Rays are just kicking people's fucking teeth in now, and I love it.
I think that's 4 in a row, right? 4 in a row for the Rays?
They are not slow at all, and they can.
Yeah, I'm
buck the shit
surprised
out
they
of the
aren't
ball.
ranked at 14 in the AP poll.
They're in our Bills top 20. Don't worry.
The fucking everybody.
Oh,
Who is it?
Arvell.
I
My
promise
God.
not to give any fucking hot takes like that guy. That guy had some very, very
No,
hot
I'll bring
kickball
it.
takes.
Toe
I
pokes
will-
the top
yeah.
4.
Well, I think he had like 10 teams in his top 8.
Yeah.
I think.
At least.
Yeah, it was
said
pretty hard. I love
top
the guy,
4.
but yeah,
Yeah.
he was given a lot of praise. Little overboard with it though.
LFK Rays, though, seriously. 4 in a row, right?
Yeah,
Very
four
good.
in
4 in a row. Yeah.
Sounds right. Multiple wins in a row. At least 2.
I hate to be victim of that, but yeah, they're pretty fucking good. They beat us on a walk-off last week. Yeah, they're very good. Got a couple buddies on that team. Darren's awesome. Emberly and JMO, they're both awesome. I play with them in City League. I thought we had their number this year, but no, they're very fucking good. They're, I would definitely say, a dark horse for the plate.
Plate, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got recast from both sides. This is Joe Scholes, from Gators. Quote, pre-mile game for us. We were short John, lead off as starting center, then lost Dunny, clean up replacement center. Still a decent team. But the hands and throws weren't quite there, and we strained a lot of runners. The Rays were consistent kicking and solid on defense, and they put it together on us. That was Joe from the Gators. And then the other side from LFK Rays, I got Jesse Jones. Here's what he said, quote, fun game back and forth, extras. A shout out to Adam of Empire. Dude was a wicked leg. Wait, what's that wrong one? No, the wrong one. Sorry. Quote, a fun game, not because we won, but because the Gators were great opponents, unquote. That was it from Jesse from LFK Rays. And Nicole doesn't want to talk over there. Boo.
Oh, Nicole's got to talk about the game.
On you. Do you want to talk about the game?
I just want to say that the Gators were pitching a hitter or one kicker, I guess.
Yeah.
Entering the 4th.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's something.
Shut out the first 3 innings. and then they got it rolling a little bit, and then it just kind of.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Kick. 1, 2, 3.
One hitter after 4? Wow. That was pretty good.
Someone
Solid
said they
fucking
blazed
defense.
through the top of that lineup.
They Was that both of the recaps, Cougar?
Yep.
All right. So we're going to move on to YSC 2 at 5 p.m. The Woost 12. The Ringers 3.
Here's Jeffrey from Woost.
Hi, I'm Jeff, and I like to party. This was a fun game. I said it last week on the podcast that this is a team that I practice with every week, twice a week, so I was looking forward to this game as soon as it came out. The Ringers are a short game team, which is something that the Woost has been really struggling with so far this season. So you can ask Chris, our pitcher, and Dan, our third baseman. I got pretty fiery with them and said, hey, we're going to get upset if you guys don't fucking get your shit together and stop running into each other. I saw it so many times in the film against Screamers. Like, there's 3 or 4 times where they were running into each other, and they locked the fuck down between the two of them, and then Jolly, our catcher, played a really great game against a team who, can kick around. And I was talking to Brooks from Ringers all week about this game, that we both have high-powered offenses. It was going to be about who could lock down defensively, and I was really proud of my team. We had a few people missing, and definitely with the win, sometimes that can be, the ultimate, equalizer. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. And, like I said, they're more of a short game team. We definitely kick away, so it did help with us and with our game plan. We got some really good kicks. Shout out to Barrett from the Ringers. He kicked one right over Chris's head in right field. But speaking of right field, I got to go shout out to our rookie that we picked up this season, Hunter McCune. He works at the Roost. This is his first season playing in KBKL. He's played City League for a couple seasons now, and I called him up to the big leagues, and he's been playing fucking amazing for us. So,
Well, welcome, Hunter.
yeah, huge shout out to Hunter. Thank you for playing a lot in the right field when we didn't know that you were going to have to. We had a couple people not show up last minute, had to make some changes, and he just fucking locked down, and that was awesome. So, we're on a 3-game win streak, and all I can say is Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. So,
Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you. And I also got a. No, go ahead, go ahead, Ben.
Oh, I just wanted to say that Robles wants to know that if Hunter wasn't good at kickball, would he have a job at the Woost?
Maybe. The Jollies are great people. Very
I
great
guess
people.
we'll never know.
Jolly's great, despite being the wrong spelling, Sean.
It happens.
Yeah, I know. I got a recap from Mr. Brooks Robertson, the captain of the Ringers. Quote, great game to Woost. No question they were the better team this weekend. Wind was blowing hard to right all game. It affected our kicking and even our bunting, and we were not able to make good contact on the ball. When you add in base running errors, we never start clicking on offense. We got to get better at place kicking and making smart offensive decisions if we want to have a chance in games like this. I like what we're showing defensively right now. Team is doing well keeping runners in front of them and limiting extra bags. The road for us is to improve is clear as well. If we can just find a little more accuracy on our throws and show up our hands a bit, we will start to really turn the corner. Great game again to Woos. Appreciate all those guys and gals, and I'm sure they have a nice run and rest of the season in their future. Okay, that was quote unquote. That was Brooks Robertson, captain of the Ringers. There you go.
That dude is doing his best to build fucking Rome over there every goddamn day. Like, he is working his ass off week by week.
Yeah.
So,
Just looking at
hats
the
off to
score
him.
sheet.
And credit to the Woost. I think holding the Ringers to the least amount of run that they have scored in about 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this was 6 in the 4th and 6 around that, so it was kind
Yeah.
of a... But I don't...
2 Amalgus.
bright spot
innings.
for the Ringers, is it Barnett or Barrett?
Barrett. Yeah.
Barrett.
Dude, he can fucking kick the
Barrett,
shit
like in
out of the
Final
ball.
Fantasy VII.
4 for 4, including a homer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking stud. We played them obviously the last couple of years, and he's had nothing but great fucking kicks against us. I think I asked Brooks last year. I was like, "Who the fuck is that guy?" He goes, "Oh, he's our brother." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, no chance of getting that guy. Like he's there forever." So, yeah, that guy is a dangerous human being when he is behind the plate.
Robles would like to slide into Barrett's DMs.
Oh my gosh. Over under Robles references tonight. 40.
200. Yeah.
Over.
200 over.
Yeah. Over. I hammer
Over
the
200.
over. Hammer.
God. Oh my
These
gosh.
things go like 2.5 hours now.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Any other recaps on that, Cougar?
Nope.
Nope.
That was both of them.
Well, good showing for the Woos there.
Absolutely.
YSC 2 at 7 p.m. Ooh, rough season so far continuing. D-Holes 1 and our host right here at 401 North 2nd Street, Johnny's 21.
I was worried that Johnny's, I said last week in the podcast, they would put up a 30 spot after, like I said, D-Holes gave him 28 to Sacred Sword. They gave 21 over the Harpies. And I see Johnny's, I'm like, oh, God, they may put the 30 spot. They didn't, but still. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got recaps on
What did Mr. Hammond send over to you about this game?
our fellow CAD podcast man, Alex Thomas, what he said. Quote, Johnny's good. We got plenty of base runners. We just could not get them in this game. Not that it would helped us win, but putting up some more points would have been nice. Regardless of the point spread, it really never felt out of control. They simply converted their runners where we could not. We didn't have Sam or Ariel. I remember. They're injured. Sorry. So our defense wasn't in optimal alignment, but we still had good plays throughout. Cedric continues to be great at third, whether it be Paul or Ari at first. Corey got his hands/feet on several line drive kicks at pitch, stopping extra bases from being taken. Bickle had the hardest job being right field and all the win funneling that way. He did an excellent job not letting anything get away. AJ was 3 for 3. We just couldn't convert him. Dover continues to somehow do Dover things with getting on and scoring this year. It's honestly baffling how often he has gotten on this year without sacrificing others. I had fun left field during absolutely fuck all game. Yeah, I know. The handful of balls that did come my way, I had some fun with doing my best no more impersonations by throwing while in the air to second, third, or pitch. It kept runners from taking extra base by doing that, unquote. That was Alex Hammond for D-Holes. Oh, no more shout out there. There we go. So here's one there from Michael Linton from Johnny's. Quote, always fun to play them. Never a team you want to let hang around too close as they score lots of runs quick and they play solid defense. The win like everywhere made it a little bit more of an interesting game. They got lots of good kickers and experience. Thankfully, we were able to prevent them from stringing together too many in a row. We kicked the ball as well as we have all year. We were able to score quite a bit and let the defense do the rest, unquote. Again, that was Michael Linton, captain of Johnny's.
Robley says, looking at the score sheets, I don't see D-Hole scoring a lot of runs quick.
No.
No, I do not. Like I said, Dover was the only run. Wow, okay.
That's great, though.
Yeah, that's great, yeah.
We'll try and keep them from scoring many runs like week 9 for you, Daddy Long Circuit.
Oh, boy. We'll get to that.
YSC 3 at 5 p.m. The Rockets 11. The Screamers 20.
Man, the scores are just absolutely reflecting how fucking brutally hot it was this Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah. Rollers 42-11, Rockets 11-20. We'll look at the others as we get there, but those 5 p.m. games, you can tell, people were fucking sweating out there.
Jesus, I told Cougar, and I was raw dogging it tonight. I'm just catching up on a couple of game scores that I really didn't look at other than online, and I'm realizing now that I didn't see it. Holy shit.
Screamers can score some runs. Last week against the Woost, they scored, 15? Something
15.
like that?
They put 20 or 21 on Corksuckers like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Get some more ladies on that team.
Maybe it's because Shipley's out.
Yeah. I think Shipley played this week. I think he was back. Well,
I have no idea.
Is he in the
score sheet?
I was ripping their game last week. It looked like he really pulled his. He looked pretty bad last week.
Well,
I don't know.
I know he got sacrificed by Gwar.
He didn't play. He
didn't play.
Did not play because of Rockets.
Torn labia. Okay.
Yep.
Out for a while.
I got.
Yeah. Because he's one of the guys that's out. Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Get well soon, consort.
Yeah, get well soon, David.
Take 1 week off.
Yeah.
But we'll get there.
Yeah.
Take like 3 weeks off. Go into the tourney.
Yeah.
Just super stomping,
Yeah.
screaming.
Yeah, screaming.
Cougar, you're raising your hand.
I got recasts on both sides. First, we got the Mr. Wilson, Sean, wrong spelling Sean, from the captain of the Rockets. Quote, "The wind was brutal out there. It took us a few innings to get going, but Screamers started that game shit hot and were able to capitalize on the, quote, wind interference." Oh, that was pretty good, unquote, very effectively. We started to come back around the 7th, but then we were brutalized by an epic inning about the Screamers and an absolutely heartbreaking missed call at second base. It says E.5.A, because of the rule. In the 8th, to stomp out the rally. There was dust in every nook and cranny of my body. Good game, unquote. Again, that's Sean Wilson, captain of the Rockets.
I got a quick discussion question here. It bleeds into the next game. We're okay. Yeah. So, first, Robles has a comment. I have it on good authority that both teams took for fucking ever to get on and off the field, and this game took 2 hours.
That's 2 in a row. Screamers played like 2.5 hours last week against the Woos.
Yeah.
Get it together, Shipley.
It was
You're not even
hot.
playing.
Yeah. Right the ship,
Yeah.
Lee.
Robles says go faster. Next.
Speed does not compute.
So something happened in this game that happened in the game following on the same field too. So the question is, what tips the scale for offensive interference? So I think in both cases what happened was there was like a pop-up to shortstop, and the shortstop was coming up to catch a ball, and the runner was running towards third base, basically straight on the baseline. And it's hard to tell without the video, but the impression that I got from hearing people talk about it was that the defender who was playing a kicked ball heard footsteps or saw somebody coming right at him out of the corner of their eye, backed off, the ball bounced, wasn't caught, and then the runner arrived at their base safely. So it's like, where do you call the runner interference? What has to happen? Because based on what I hear from the board, it's not contact. It's got to be something close to that.
Collision, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's Umberly from Heartbeat.
I'm just saying that's unfortunately when it's going to draw not only the board's attention, but when we need to clarify this rule, because I get it. We steal softball and baseball rules all day.
Yeah.
But when I'm playing softball and you told me to go get a bag, I cannot go get that bag without making collision, without it being called. Like, it has to be called, and I have to make the contact for it to get called. So you unfortunately have to make contact to make it visible to make the call.
In this league, the fielder has the right of way on a kicked ball.
But the runner always has right to the bat. I mean, they always
No.
have.
If you're in the middle, if you're in between second and third,
If you're in between, yes.
and somebody is going to catch a ball,
But if I'm just coming off of the bag and only place I can go to third is the trajectory, like to the bag of third.
What supersedes all of that
Safety.
is, since it's a kicked ball, it immediately becomes the runner's responsibility to avoid contact on the
So
plate.
really, was the runner wrong for not moving? Was the runner wrong for not stopping, or was
Correct.
it the
Well, that's the
players?
question.
That's
It's
what
like-
I'm saying. I would say the fielder all day. You
Where-
don't back off of a played ball. You have to go get your ball. So if you back off, that's you.
So correct. Like,
so you basically just have to accept the fact that you might absorb contact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
100%.
It sucks.
I mean,
it's the only way that you can judge it, though.
It sucks. That's how we coach it. That's how I enforce it on the field. Like, unless there is something that is so close to where it's obvious for myself or the other three referees to come together and go, it clearly and obviously impacted the ability to make a catch. Then the only thing that's going to cause that is
you as the
impact on the
shortstop
play.
or second base person,
Well, and I
whatever.
think
You
if
can't
it's
just back
noticed
off the ball
mid-game
and
someone
then expect to get
addresses
a
it,
call.
and then you
Robles
call them
likes to
for
see two
interference,
meatbags colliding.
That should absolutely happen. But that's a tough one. That's really, really tough because, like, if you're in the base path and then you back off and that's kind of hard.
Because I mean, based on the actual definition and the explanation of the rules, between first and second and third, The only thing that a runner does is establish where their baseline is in a concurrent path. Otherwise, it is their responsibility to avoid contact with any play, which also would be inferred or incurring of an out. And then, which furthers it in our description of the rules, is in these and in both, and in the next game as well. It was also on a kicked ball. No matter what, the fielder has the direct responsibility to have the ability to make a play. And if their ability is impeded or stopped at all, then the referees can stop, change, or alter the outcome of the play. Yeah. Unfortunately, the way that it's going to be called in our league, especially with most officials, is going to be on contact.
Yep.
Because it's not going to be an obvious call, and a lot of people aren't going to be able to make a tough call that they can't stand behind with all four people knowing the depth of the rule, unfortunately.
Yep. I do have a summary from the IR consort. That is Mr. Shipley. If you want to read that. Here's what he said, quote, "That damn wind. It was an equalizer for this game. It caused defensive struggles for both teams. Throws to first from third were impossible, and pop-ups were an adventure. We had a great start offensively, struggled in the middle innings, and poured on late. Rachel Etzel had a phenomenal game, scoring 5 runs," unquote. That was the consort as David Shipley, captain of the Screamers.
Yeah, another high-scoring showing from the Screamers.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we'll have to wait before we make too many judgments, though, and see what the Cougar RPI says about their
2
schedule.
weeks, the RPI. 2 more weeks.
They're in Arvell's top 5. They'll be in Cougar's top 10 of the RPI. Don't worry about it.
We should get Arvell to do a 1 through 36 ranking of Ballin.
Where are we at right now, Arvell?
Dear.
Hey,
Dear.
Arvell, I'm officially
1 through
requesting.
36.
So it's going to be like the college football polls of the early 2000s. We're going to have Seth. We're going to have Cougar. We're going to have Arvell.
I'm waiting.
The Sagarin rankings. Oh my gosh.
We're going to average them all.
Don't do that.
And then blow it up.
Brett, I thought Aaron was going to do some rankings last
And
year.
you know what I'm going to do? I'm
What?
also going to ask Blaze
Oh God.
for his top
Please
36
don't.
each week.
Bro Blaze is looking forward to disagreeing with Cougar's math.
We should actually test that theory.
Dude, those fucking AI summaries, it's like rankings explode, like
Rankings.
controversy reigns.
Oh my God.
Thanks, Robles.
I like how they're the greatest, most Spider-Man headlines, and then everything that follows is nowhere near what's.
I just read that Zuckerberg's hiring AI engineers for $100 million signing bonus. I'm like, and we get Robles?
Yeah, this
That's
is
what's
the best.
coming out of this?
This
Are
is
you
the
kidding
best
me?
we got. A horny robot trying to slide in our DMs while we're
Sweet.
actively bullying him.
Oh my
Like,
God.
what
Them.
a time to be
Robles,
alive.
them.
Yeah,
Don't give a shit about you guys. He's
I-
making
I
bank
will say
next
is-
week.
yeah.
I will say as a teacher, I am pro-bullying the shit out of that AI.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, when the first person to come out of the gates is Clint, you know that this person deserves bullying.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right, next
You got
game.
the commish going after you? You're fucked.
YSC3 at 7 p.m. JB's Califusion 6. Sacred Bunt 10. They should bunt more. Why do you guys not fucking bunt more?
I got summaries.
I'm just asking.
I got summaries from him.
Come down
Josh.
here, talk, bunt.
I got
Just
sum-
bunt.
I got summaries on both teams, sir. So, but first we go from Adam Patterson, the captain of JB's Cali Fusion. Quote, "There's no such thing as moral victory, but I think it's possible to feel good after a loss." Yeah, well, we were stressing out, missing some players, but managed to find some fill-ins who did all we could ask and more. Shout out to Kristen and Leila, for not only being reliable, but great players who contribute every week. We kept at arm's length most of the game. They were chipping away slowly with their bunts that we could not pick up off the ground for some reason. We found ways to get out of the inning. Our offense had been playing great, and sad we couldn't get the win ultimately, but we're feeling good about our rest of the chances, the rest of our schedule. That was from Adam, captain of JB's Cal Fusion. Now you want the answer about why didn't they bunt more, that is Sacred Sword. This is Josh Hunt, captain of Sacred Sword. Quote, "We struggled to get going most of the game, in part because of the crazy wind blowing into YSC3, in part because we had some uncharacteristic and untimely mistakes that cost us runs on both sides of the ball. Also, I didn't really account for the wind well enough in the lineup, so that put us in some weird situation kicking spots that I regretted and again cost us runs.
Fair enough.
JB's played tough and smart. They gave us all we wanted and capitalized on our mistakes." Unquote. Again, that was Josh Hunt, captain of Sacred Sword.
Until JB's or Sacred Sword is throwing down tacos like JB's is, JB's won on Sunday. I don't give a fuck.
They're still a defunct store. That's Sacred Sword. No.
I just don't want to give short shrift to the notes on here because you were talking about they should have bunt some more in at the notes. One of the notes was sword. Josie can bunt.
Okay.
With like 8 U's.
Okay, good.
That's something.
That is something.
And also, this is a good loss by JB.
No,
Great loss, yeah.
Especially this year, seeing the team growth and the score on this 10-6, winterference or not, a very, very silver lining for JB's this week. 10-6 is an awesome showing and something that I think they're going to use to springboard into the last couple weeks of the season, heading into the tournament.
By the way, I like that term, winterference. Score 1 for Team Sean, SCAN. Mr. Wilson came up with that. Go on.
Roblaze is going to go to the bathroom for this next game because it was a mutual forfeit and did not matter.
Yeah, I wanted to say silver linings. Sean, what was the score after the top of the first inning? Of the next
boy.
Game?
Oh no.
Yeah, top of the first, YSC 4 at 5 p.m., top of the first inning, WOG 3, Post House 0. At the end of the first, the game was a mutual end, so that's the final score.
Called due to wind after that?
Yeah, winterference.
God.
Looking, I actually was not at the game. I know Cougar's got some recaps on this. I'm sure Roblace sent me a DM.
Oh my gosh.
He asked about how this game was technically official, being 4.5 innings, which I guess with it being 22-3 could technically not be official, which means that the technical forfeit, which made it a 7-0 loss,
oh my God,
would not be official either.
Jesus.
So waivers be damned.
Yeah.
All I'm going to really say about the game is that technically we've held Post House to the least amount of runs they've scored all year, right, Cougar?
Yeah, sure. Of course.
Yeah! Silver linings,
let's go
bitches!
with that. Let's go with that. Okay.
Yeah!
I got recaps.
That's
on
how much
both
I
of them.
believe in my team. I didn't even show up, and they showed off and showed out.
Yeah.
They 3-0 in the top of the
3-0.
first inning.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody else who just went out there and crushed souls like that.
Corinne gets all the
So
red
great
credit.
job,
Correct.
Wall.
Congratulations, Corinne.
Yeah,
You get all
Corinne
the credits.
fucking crushed it.
She did crush it, yeah.
She was out there shaking her booty.
Oh, gosh. I got recaps on both sides. First from Bryson Stricker of WOG. Quote, "Many people will see the 22-3 final score and assume
Which
we got
technically
absolutely
is not.
smoked."
It's only 7-0.
Oh, Jesus.
So, yeah, you can't score on us. Only
Assume-
7 runs. That's
Oh, my God.
tough D.
Assume that we got absolutely smoked, but my team only recognizes 3-0 score. Oh, Jesus. After the top first inning as the final score of the game. Everything after that was purely for show, as everyone says, most fun wins, unquote. That's from Bryson Stricker of WOG. We'll see if Simon Skinner, the captain of Post House, would agree with that. Let's see. Quote, "It was a fun 40-minute game for us. The score sheet basically tells the story. They scored 3 of their runs in the first inning. Then we run-rolled them in 4.5 innings," unquote. That was from Simon, the captain of Post House.
Yeah, I think that's a good summary of the game. I
Yeah.
mean, there was good fun had by all. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
quick,
Yep.
painless,
Yep.
windy,
Yep.
and everyone got a good dose of vitamin D.
Yep. Yeah. There you go.
So, yeah, good 7-0 game there. So, everyone, if you want to take notes on how to keep Post House to a low-scoring game, just watch that video and take notes. Does Roblaze have any insight on how we absolutely shut down the machine of Post House and kept them to 7 runs.
Roblaze wonders why WOG thinks it's so good.
Why it's what?
Why WOG thinks they're so good.
There's no thinking. There's only knowing.
Are we going to third person all night long, Roblaze? Really? Are we going Ricky Henderson,
Hopefully.
R.I.P.?
Well, I mean, when the night's over, Cougar, it's all me. You and me.
They call him the Manimal. YSC 4 at 7 p.m. The Harpies 5. Invictus Fitness 21.
Emberly, want to come on
Woo.
up, talk about this game?
Sounds like they were fitness. Never mind. I'm not going to finish that.
While we're waiting for Emberly, I'm confused about McKee working at Johnny's.
Terrible shirt,
This
by
feels,
the way.
This feels like some kind of an
Sacrilege.
undercover operation.
Yeah.
Here's
Be
Emberly
nice
from
to my
Harpies.
town bartender. First off, love you, Noah. And also, does the wind thing, does that count for ours as well? We played on the same field, Sean. Same exact fucking field, buddy. Actually, not only did we play on the same field, my refs got a big break from getting run rolled that well, so I want to say thank you for that. My refs, they did get to get out of the sun. You know?
Roblaze wants Emberly to know that Roblaze always blows out.
And I let Roblaze know. I'm ready to see him later tonight. I'm just kidding. But no, it was a great game. I do want to give it to Invictus. Like I said last week on the podcast, it was going to be a good game, learning to practice some stuff. Yeah, they're really nice, even when they're kicking your ass. I will say, unlike Woe, 5-star review. When you're getting plowed in the ass, they're really nice about it. Like lube,
You hear that, Noah?
Lube, spit, the whole shebang.
Roblaze, what do you got to say about that?
That's the anger bang with the reach
Actually,
around.
I got Noah out and I apologize. And my team ripped my ass. They're like, "Why'd you apologize?" I got Noah out. He's not going to give me a double when I ask for a single next time. No, but they were. I will say for teams, you know, like Rick Rollers, Wogue, you know, they're out there kicking ass. But even with the run rule, I will say Invictus, they're amazing. We had a keg out there. We wanted to try one or two things from Kenny on Honey Badgers. We tried to bring a keg out. Not one keg stand. I was so disappointed. I have this team full of fucking athletes. Not one keg stand.
We're not in college. Who do keg stands?
That was my hope of winning, you bitch. I needed them to do a keg stand to see if I could win a little bit.
God.
No, but I want to thank them. I want to thank the refs and everybody. And yeah, since we technically won too with a win to get in.
Yeah. By the way, Emberly, you got to say this. Nice shirt. Go Birds. Go Birds.
Fuck
Right shot.
Fuck the
birds.
There we
Eagles.
go.
Fuck the birds. It's a fucking trash city.
Sitting over here, Seth
You
and I
can
decided
put
that
Philly up with the trash city right next to Boston. Trash.
Hey, that man just got out of the
Garbage.
hospital. Leave him alone.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
there's a
That's
lot of
okay.
Irish in both
I'd
cases.
rather be a trash city than be the place where they directly insert the enema when they have to give a colonic to somewhere, and that would be Philadelphia.
I'm really surprised he got that sentence out with Tom Brady's ball still in his fucking throat, but also Patrick Mahomes.
They're planted firmly on my chin because I go hilt to the fucking
I know, that's why
back,
you keep
baby.
that beard to cover up the nuts on your chin. So, all I'm saying is... No, all I'm saying is... Hey, Rick! Okay, all I'm saying is, not even has any other quarterback had a worse opening to a Super Bowl. No one, Sean. Other than Patty fucking Mahomes. Worst half of the fucking Super Bowl.
That is
Thank
not true. No,
I'm all right with it.
that is 100%
We
not
ain't going
true.
nowhere.
I think you might be forgetting about Jake Delhomme. Just putting that out there. Did he have 5 interceptions?
5.
Yeah.
Not in the Super Bowl.
No,
Not
I
in the
think
Super
he did.
Bowl.
Was it 4 or 5? I
Yeah.
can't remember. Yeah, it was bad. Anyway, also
Next game.
So Sean, we Seth and I over here decided that since Post House beat Wog down,
It was
has to
7-0.
It has to be pronounced German with umlauts on it. So now it's Vog.
Well, but it's
Fog.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're swerving in the corner, baby. Oh no, did he?
I would love to keep dogpiling, like,
Dogpiling.
the Chiefs, but as a not Niners fan, I had nowhere to talk. Steph too, unfortunately.
You've just had unfortunate luck as a 49ers fan. Like, they've just getting hurt.
It's okay. They won the first 5 Super Bowls, so it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm just going to put out there that Philadelphia is white trash Boston.
YSC 5 at 5 p.m. The Corksuckers 8. JDE Drink Shift 12.
I've been sitting on this take for a while. I'm glad I'm on the podcast this week.
Oh, I've been waiting
No.
for this.
It's not even hot fire. It's just Corksuckers are the new asteroid head. You just never fucking know what Corksuckers team is going to show up. One week they lose to Screamers by 20. The next week they lose to JDE. They have the tying run batting.
Yeah.
Like, how do you predict Corksuckers? How do you rank them?
Wow, that's a great comparison to Asteroid Head.
This is
amazing.
This is nothing new for them. This is like year 2 or 3 of them being playing top 10 talent at a top 10 level, but then also losing to
But
bottom
Asteroid Head
25.
vacated the crown, and Corksuckers have just taken up that mantle totally.
100%.
Does that mean we should be looking for Corksuckers to upset somebody in the second round?
That means we should be looking for Clint to be on Invictus in like 4 years.
4 years? You mean like 48 hours? There's still time to jump.
He could.
There's still time.
Yeah, he could. I mean,
Oh my God.
the portal is open for.
What if the commissioner changed teams? Oh my God. Global, yeah. Global needs another board member.
Hey,
If the commissioner changes teams, I will donate to the charity.
Jeffrey from Woos from the top to turnbuckle. Well done. Well done, Jeffrey.
I heard Global's in the portal. Things are a little rocky
It's the
over
Star
there.
Wars. You just dissolve the Senate. We just need to bring all the board members onto one team.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Jesus.
R.I.P. Kenny. You can blame Jeff. I know you guys played Global on Sunday. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Whoops.
On a different, I got a recap from Avery, who hopefully doesn't go to the Global Cafe, the transfer portal. Captain JD Shift, Drink Shift. Quote, I don't want Cork Soakers. It's suckers. Why is he soak? He said Cork Soakers. Like, what?
Yeah.
Are fun to play.
Big fan of soaking.
Oh, Jesus. Let's not go there, please.
Robles likes.
Robles likes.
It's a family show. Come
This
on.
is not. This is about as far
Family
from a
show,
family
isn't it?
There's a kid here.
Well, I will
summer,
tell
who
you
cares?
that soaking is as close to family oriented as that is going to get. Or you can also put a friend to use to move the bed.
I'm going to continue. Are fun to play. They don't make any mistakes on defense. We kicked well, and then we got some help from the win. Cork got some runs in the 9th, and they also started kicking the ball super high, unquote. That was from Avery Brow, captain of JD Shift, Drink Shift. Yes, he puts Cork Soakers on accident.
I don't think it was on accident.
You don't think it was an accident? Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it. He's
Are
a
you like Ron Burgundy
He's an
and
esteemed
just-
board member. They don't... Oh, come on. Never mind.
Are you like Ron
Whatever.
Burgundy and just read whatever's right there on
That's
the
what I
screen?
said. I'm like
all
Ron Burgundy.
All right.
That's
I'm
what I
gonna
said.
every time you ask me for a review of my game, I'm gonna start sending you crazy shit.
Go on ahead, Brian. I'll read it, quote unquote.
slip
Go
some
ahead.
Wild, like,
Even it basically.
and then when we rounded second, I finger banged myself.
I'll read that because it says on there.
Cougar's Will Ferrell with the teleprompter. He's just gonna read anything. So fucking fire it
Indeed.
off.
I'm Ron
man.
Burgundy. I'm Ron Burgundy.
What did
Fuck you, San Diego.
what did the commish send?
He didn't say anything.
Oh, nothing from the Soakers.
Nothing from sucker. Court sucker. Stop it.
He's plotting his transfer.
Guys,
Are they sucking or are they
There's a
soaking?
kid-
What are they
there's a
doing,
kid
man?
eating pizza over here. Come on.
there's nothing wrong with a little bit of moist pizza.
We call them the Super Soakers.
Yeah, indeed.
I miss that water gun from the 90s. From Laramie.
Cougars.
Well,
so
if you're
wholesome.
good
You're
at
so
what you
Yeah,
do,
I am very wholesome. The company is Laramie. That was the name of the company that made the Super Soakers water gun, by the way.
What?
Laramie.
Laramie?
That was the name of the company. Look it up. Yeah.
Next game.
I remember as a kid.
Like I
Super
know
Soakers
some
by
weird
Laramie.
things, but
Laramie, Larami. Look it up. Yeah.
I wouldn't
Who made
doubt
Crocodile Mile?
I wish I knew. I love Crocodile Mile.
that. Crocodile. I like the slip and slide.
Yeah, it's like slip and slide. Yeah.
Oh, I hate slip and slides. I'm a anti-slip and slide guy. All you do is just gets you cuts on your side. Yeah, not a fan.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, but the Crocodile Mile is the BDSM slip and slide because it's got a crocodile at the end just waiting to swallow you up.
Oh God.
Robles
Does it hurt?
approved.
Does it hurt?
Roleplays like Crocodile Mile.
YS sliding into YSC 5 at 7 p.m. Red Lion 8. The Honey Badgers 13. Robles, I'll give you your chance here in a bit, but I will let you read Kenny's diatribe from Ken Dog the Booty Hog. Oh, you don't have your phone?
Just give him the phone. Just give him the
You've
phone.
got your phone.
Send it to me.
He didn't send it to you? Okay.
No.
By the way, it's not. I don't know who that person is. Kenneth Caperline. I don't know who this Ken Dog Booty Hog you're talking
You
about.
know who Ken Dog
Oh,
the
damn.
It's
Booty
Kenny
Kenneth
sent a fucking
Caperline.
paragraph.
It's Booty Hog.
Oh,
I
no,
doubt it
I'm
says
telling
Ken
you.
Dog Booty Hog passport. Okay? Here's Ashley.
It's probably on his passport.
All right, let's see what Cap'n here has to say. He said, we'll give you my summary because Cubby always asks for it, then never reads it.
It's only been twice I missed it, okay?
Was a super fun game with Red Lion. There was a lot of good banter back and forth, which always makes for a great time. I feel like they're one of those teams we play every year, so we know each other pretty well. We started off strong, scoring a few in the first off a triple. I dropped right in the gap with 2 outs. Our defense held them scoreless the first few innings, but nevertheless, they kept fighting like they always do. They tied it up twice, I believe, off some brutal errors we had. I'll make it. Yeah. Still working to clean that up along with some running issues. True. That's what the regular season is for, though, right? Todd for Lion had a terrific kicking game, and their defense made some great plays throughout. I kicked an in-the-park home run in one of the later innings to give us back some momentum after an error-filled inning on defense. We then filled the bases again, and RJ rocketed one to the right field fence to pretty much seal the deal. Overall, very proud of my team for always battling through mistakes and very excited for the next challenge to come. Unfortunately, we're missing quite a few people next week, so going to have to make some adjustments to compete with the high-powered Shirt Factory squad. Also said, refs did a fantastic job, and all 4 teams enjoyed an ice-cold shotgun after the hot and windy game.
All right, enough about Ken. Now it's you. What happened?
All right, so what I will say is, and I think I was saying earlier, Honey Badgers have been holding it down with 3 girls. We thought we were going to have another couple, but Kyra and Piper have a lot of volleyball and aren't playing this year. And then another girl who we're going to have play, her work schedule involved, so it's me, Aliyah, and Savannah. Yep, we're trying to get another girl out. We're going to get another girl out next week. That way, just in case. Yeah. But I think looking back at the film and just in the game, all of us maybe had 1 at bat out of 4 where we, messed up a little bit. But other than that, we moved runners. We got ourselves on, did what we're supposed to do, which is, all you can ask for. And then we just had a couple innings where we kind of could have put it away a little more. I think in particular one time Aliyah had a great bunt up first to lead off, and then we had 3, 4, 5 coming up. They all got out. So you never want to see that. And then like Kenny said, a couple running errors. So we had a little later before they tied it back up the second time. We had RJ on second. Lucas comes up, gets a kick, gets past the shortstop. RJ gets thrown out at home. I come up, kick it to their shortstop, and then get myself on first. Lucas rounds third too far, gets thrown out. So instead of having a run on, having, Lucas on second, and then getting me on first, Lucas on third, Dustin coming up with 1 out, we end up with 2 outs and me on first base. So if we clean up some of that stuff and some defensive errors, we maybe put up 5 more runs or something like that. But overall, I'm glad that we were able to kind of come back from those couple times they came back and just put it away when we needed to. And love all those guys over at Red Lion. So,
yeah, I watched this.
Thank you, Ashley.
Shout out Marcus Reynolds for committing his entire spare time to doing nothing but editing film, because I do 1 a week, and I know how long that takes, and that dude's out there posting 1 every day. But yeah, I watched this game. Not a sloppy game by any means. Like, you guys, both teams across the board did not make very many errors. Like, you might be able to count on one hand combined between both teams. Yeah. No, it was a very great game.
I mean, that's a really good showing by Red Lion. Honey Badgers are a top 6, 7, 8 team, and that was a
Indeed.
game all the way to the end. So,
Where are they ranked in the AP poll this week? 7.
Does that sound right? Yeah.
I'd say properly ranked.
they
at
know.
20.
She knows. Yeah. It's 7. Don't worry about it, Coog.
We always have good games.
Trust
with
me,
Honey Badgers.
everyone knows where their team is ranked.
If you ignore the past couple
15,
years.
my dick.
Also, did we say can he hit a home run in this game?
Yeah, he did. He had a triple, and then the next at
He was
bat.
hauling ass on that home run too.
Yeah.
Wind
Kenny
must have
killing
been
it.
blowing out.
Yeah.
No, it did.
So Ben says all the credit to Honey Badgers. Lots of good games over the years. Last few they've had our number.
Did you just say Ben says
Ben says
instead of Rowan? You had to attribute it to
Robles
yourself.
says Honey Badgers cheated.
Yeah.
Ben says.
Are we gonna go Ricky Henderson?
Robles was not very enthralled.
R.I.P. Ricky Henderson.
Ricky's
Thank you,
gonna play
Lindsay.
till he's
Thank
80.
you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He is still a man. You're right. But the third person thing, I mean, roleplay's gone way too far. Come on.
Ricky's at least 2 men.
He's great.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
no,
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Credit to Red Lion for a good showing, though, this week. Honey Badgers, they did have a very late start offensively. They did run into quite a few outs, but once they got going, it was like they scored like 5-6 runs in those late innings and then locked down on defense. So nice little turnaround and defensive stand to end the game. YSC 6 at 5 p.m. The First Responders 13, late fees 10.
Congratulations to the first responder, their first ever win of their franchise history.
That's huge.
Chris, I was talking to him. Chris Robinson now does not have to kiss the captain, Michael Shane Baxter. He does not have to kiss his bare ass because they won a game. He told him he believed so much in the team this year that he knew that they were going to win not only one but more than one games, that if they went winless, he would kiss his bare ass.
And his co-captain said, "We're not going to win a game."
No, he said that no, they're going to win more than 0, and if they went winless, that he'd kiss their bare ass.
All right.
So
good for
great,
everybody.
Great for Chris for believing in his squad.
Now that they've won a game, he can rage quit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Robles gotcha.
Robles coming in hot. I can't wait to see how hot it is when we get to that R-Bar game. Anyways, congrats to the First Responders. First team win in history.
Yep, exactly.
And a marked win over the not quite assured late fees. Not really sure who's going to show up each week with them this year.
Yeah.
Cougar, you got a recap on that?
I got a
for
recap.
us?
This is from Michael Shane Baxter, who didn't get his ass kicked. I don't know, whatever.
Kissed.
It's not
Jesus,
kicked.
not
Sorry.
kicked.
I'm sorry. I'm in the tizzy. Quote, great game by against
What
the
are
late
you
fees.
thinking about?
That pain in my left thigh we'll get to in a second, okay?
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued. I want to hear about that.
Yeah. Great game against the late fees. We had most of our players and were able to get people in the proper lineup and fielding positions. Started out super strong, and then some minor errors led to them scoring throughout. Both teams did great with many 1-2-3 out innings, smart base running, and also key, take what you can get, but not get greedy. Very happy for our first win this season, unquote. I got Michael Shane Baxter from First Responders. And I also got a recap from Eric from Late Fees. See what he said. Quote, the game was a summary of our season. Slow start from us mixed with a fast start from the First Responders. Then our defense solidified up and our offense came to life top to bottom, but it was too little too late. And congrats to the First Responders on their first win, unquote. Again, Eric from Late Fees.
Feels like both these teams have been playing good, close games. First Responders got theirs this week. I kind of feel like Late Fees is coming. Did you pick First Responders last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of us picked Late Fees, though, so yeah. Well done, John.
Robles.
No, I believed in them. And like I said, I thought I picked first responders. No?
No. Only the guest. Who was the guest last week?
Emberly.
Emberly's the only one.
Oh, man.
Here's Emberly. Oh, I put first fees on. No, it's true. No, you didn't. You said late fees.
I think
it's a late fees.
I think Emberly's quote was, "When you guys all pick the same, you suck."
Cougar, I just listened to the podcast from last week, and Sean asked who did Ben pick, and you said first responders, and Sean said fuck. This is the exact same reason that Sean, quote unquote, won the competition last year. You don't remember shit. Roblay's disappointed.
Yeah, because I wanted to pick first responders.
Right.
Because that match suspended or in infinitum to be continued match against the Ghost, where I think they're up 4 and bases loaded, nobody out, top of the 5th. Like that's telling me that they're more than we're well on their way towards their first win.
Liberty Hall chirping me for putting them at 36 and saying we're at least 34 is my favorite running.
That is the most amazing response I've ever heard.
Hey,
we're 34. Yeah.
Seth, when you are ranked that low, those significant
they matter.
differences
No, I
matter.
know.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Roblay says most fun wins? Question mark?
What does Ben say?
Ben says I think late fees is winning this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sean says they'd be in Arvell's top 25.
Easily.
You better
Love you,
push on,
Arvell.
Sean. It's gonna take Cougar a million years to find this without AI's help.
Okay. So
Yeah,
we can peek back at this, but moving on to YSC 6 at 7 p.m. The Bald Beavers 4, the Jazz House 8. And I saw Rick prowling
Yeah.
around back
Hey,
here.
Rick, come talk about the game.
Rick McNeely. While Rick's making his way up here, I just want to give a shout out to Eric on the Bald Beavers. He's playing great. I don't think they need to be batting him 9. I'm not one to tell people how to run their team, but bat Eric like 3rd. Here's Rick.
Let's see, Ball Beavers. Our game. Okay.
Indeed.
So I just would like to say, and I think a lot of you guys are mentioning it who've been in the league for a while, the teams are all getting better and better and better. We played late fees, and they were not the old late fees of old, you know. I saw Empire play, and you guys got it going on now, man. I mean, it was a good game, and you kept hitting the gaps and scoring runs. I mean, you know. So congratulations and
Appreciate that.
Yeah, and who are you anyway? Are you really Empire?
Yes,
Yeah.
I really am. I'm Brant. I play catcher for him.
No, I know. Yeah. And so the thing with Bald Beavers, we played them a ton because Andrea's been in the league longer than I have. I came in 2009. She said she'd been in since 2007. And we played them a bunch. And they've got an outfield now. Bald Beavers never had an outfield before. And they've got and I'm kidding you guys, they've got a real outfield. If you kick a fly ball to them, they're going to catch it and they're going to throw it to the right base. And so, yeah, granted we beat them. It was really, really windy. My team does not do well defensively when it's really, really windy, so that's something that we've got to work on. But it was a fun game, and I was shocked at how good they were. So
Rick,
yeah,
you're being humble. You guys are 5-1 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the record says.
With a great big asterisk.
That's what the record says. You're 5-1.
5-1. Yeah, and it's really fun being 5-1.
There was a very brief discussion in a group chat earlier, and that would put you in the ones in the scheduling of yesteryear. In the scheduling of yesteryear, that would put you in the group play of the ones.
Fuck the yesteryear. New
Yeah.
schedule rules.
So if we went off the old scheduling with the group play, you'd be scheduled into the ones.
You'd be playing KTC and Channel 6 and
Yeah.
You mean for the
Wild Man.
for the regular season?
Yeah.
When we used to go 7-3.
Well,
yeah.
see, it's a good thing we were so terrible last year.
Well, is it more fun to be 5-1 or 1-5?
Huh?
Is it more fun to be 5-1 or 1-5?
5-1 every day.
All right.
Every day, all the time. Yeah. But Bald Beavers are a good team, and don't go to sleep on them for
Agreed.
sure. You know. The other thing I just would like to just briefly mention is the league is basically there's 36 teams in the league, right? Okay, so you could look at it as there's a top 10 and then a bottom 10, and then there's that middle 16. And in that middle 16, and my man Seth is doing a really, really great job on
nightmare.
this little thing. Yeah.
Allegedly.
It used to be easy. It's hard
It used to
now.
be easy,
Yeah.
Yeah. And everybody's got something to complain about, I'm
Not
not
this
going to
week.
complain about the fact that we're 5-1 and yet Midnight Tokers are above us at 1-4.
No. You're ahead of
I'm
them
not
now. You're ahead of them now.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh. No, yeah. But at any rate, but Seth, it makes it really, really fun.
hard,
and you know,
yeah.
I would never give you shit about that at all because it's just like you just do it for fun. And I know that a lot of people are like Sean maybe. Yeah.
No, I try to bait Sean.
I
He
know.
never takes
I just-
the bait. It's so frustrating.
I just meme only, memes and gifs. I agree with it mostly.
No,
except
Rick,
for
you
this
guys
week.
are having a great season, and,
Yeah,
and I know
we get better every inning. My kids are learning the game. They're already great athletes, you know, and they're fast. They know what to do with the ball. I don't have to constantly tell them to tag up on a fly ball or that stuff. I mean, they know what to do. They just are learning the game of kickball.
So you're the next.
How
you're
many
the
people
next
do you have?
Sacred Sword.
Huh?
You're the next Sacred Sword. You'll be top 10 in 2 years.
Well, I don't know. We were a pretty good ball
Maybe
club
next
in
year.
2018,
Yes, you were.
2019.
I remember.
And
I
yeah,
remember.
and so maybe Sacred Sword's the next Jazz House.
Hey, all right.
How many people do you have from last year that returned?
How many people from last year?
How many people returned from last year?
I had to rebuild my roster.
How many's returned?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Cougar. You think I carry this shit around in my head? There's like 4. Well, Jakayla and Garrett, yeah, and then you. That's 4, and then. But Annie hadn't been playing, and yeah. So I
Yeah, because we played you guys last year, and you guys are still pretty
I'm sorry?
dangerous. I said we played you guys last year, and you're still dangerous last year.
Yeah, but we weren't good. So I'm not saying that
You're
about
fine.
you at all. I'm saying that about us. Yeah, but it's fun to rebuild a team. You know, it is. It's fun. It's fun to rebuild a team, especially when it works out. Sometimes we've all, as captains, been through rebuilding. Eh, Sean? You know?
Indeed.
Yeah. We've all. Ryan's done some rebuilding. We've all done. Rebuilding your team. Yeah. You know, and so it's fun, and sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't. You know, but for me, for the Jazz House team this year, it's working out very well for us. Yeah.
Good.
I agree with you, Todd.
What? What are you talking about?
Todd, I agree with you. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Rick, KVKO is better when Jazz House is a good team. So I'm glad to see Jazz House on the come up.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
We'll get to that here in a minute.
Everyone has a job to do.
By the way, for the record, on the AP rankings, that is correct. Jazz House 24th, Midnight Tokers 26th.
Told
so
you.
you are higher.
Told
than
you.
Midnight Tokers.
Next
Next time is Screamers 23. Yeah. Yep. Thank you, Rick. I also got a recap from Andrea Chavez, the captain of, quote, the good Cougars, Sean, at Bald Beavers, whatever. Quote, hey, it was a really good game. I anticipated Jazz House coming in and run ruling us. But we had some great defense and some great catch in right field, and even tied it up in top of the 6th. But we were able to sustain due to a few critical errors and end up losing by 4. I was proud of the effort of the team and felt we had a chance at winning. Thanks. Unquote. That was Andrea Chavez, captain of the Bald Beavers, a.k.a. Good Cougars.
The good Cubbies?
No, it's not good Cubbies. I'm only one Cubby. There's no good Cougar Cubbies or naughty Cubbies. Just one Cubby, because I haven't fulfilled the assignment of watching Sausage Party on Netflix.
Just watch it. It's good.
I need to. I don't have a Netflix account.
He doesn't have Netflix accounts, and he refuses to sign in under anyone else's because it's theft.
illegal.
It's illegal. Holy shit! It's illegal. Are you for real?
Netflix.
I dodged illegalness from Napster 25 years ago. I'm not going to test it again, okay?
What?
Napster 25
No.
years ago.
I missed the whole first part. What's illegal?
Signing into a friend's Netflix account.
He refuses to watch Sausage
This
Party
fucking guy.
because who
Like-
fucking knows at this
Hey,
point?
man.
You're sitting next to a lawyer who's willing to let you use his login. Something tells me you're protected.
We are on the verge of me stealing your identity so I can get you Netflix.
Yeah, like I'm about to put my debit card on your email account. Whatever your naughty cougar at AOL69.com.
That's not my AOL account.
Robles
I
has
know.
access to all streaming services.
I have your AOL account.
What's that? Cougar OF. No, it's not Cougar OF. No, it's, no.
If you get an OnlyFans.
Really? Cougar OF? Really? Really?
He's going to show the bruise this weekend.
Yeah.
See how much money he can make.
Cougar at Tonely fans.
This might actually
It's
be
a
a
charity
fun
week.
exercise.
Cubby fans?
This is the How Old Are You game. Sean, did you have an AOL chat account? What was your name?
Oh.
I did.
Answer it.
T West
Sean.
Soccer God.
Wait, we got to do
AOL
it.
Instant Messenger. AOL Instant Messenger.
Brant,
There
what
you
was
go.
yours?
Oh fuck! I'm 32, so like I barely.
He missed it. He missed
He
that.
out-younged us right there. Coog, what was your AIM name?
It was my email address. DH49ERFNKS.
And what's your social?
That's my social.
Hold on, let me get a pen. Go ahead.
Ben, what was your AIM screen name?
I'm pretty sure it was Midget Farmer 420.
Yeah.
Really? Really? Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Oh my god. What was yours, Seth?
What do you guys call me on this podcast?
Super Sport?
Sportsman Seth.
The sports fan said, I love
I
it.
didn't get far. I didn't get far.
So, yeah.
Robles knows all.
When you said that the
my
first time, I was
gosh.
like, does he know? Did I chat with Midget Farmer in like 2004?
Farmer 420. Oh my goodness.
So
One of my favorite things is still to call my high school friends by their AOL screen names in public.
oh yeah.
Shout out Gen Pro.
Yeah. There's a couple. Oh yeah.
Oh, you kids who are 32 younger, you missed a great era.
My brother had
Away
that, so I knew what it
messages.
was.
Oh,
You had
man.
AIM there, Ashley? You're 30? Oh, okay.
I'm 30.
I'm 30. Yeah, okay.
I'm grown. I'm 30.
I can run for president in 6 more years.
I also didn't get a cell phone until I was in like high school. So
Me too.
yeah,
Me too.
I was
Me
gonna
too.
say,
I wasn't allowed to have
all
cell
my
phones
friends
at
had
16.
cell phones. I didn't.
I was
fucking have
16 when I
one.
got my first cell phone. Yeah, me too.
How old were you?
I was 16.
Oh, ooh. Okay.
I was
I
like
had
14
Asian
or
parents.
15.
Do you think my Korean parents would let me have a cell phone before 16?
Yeah, probably not.
No, probably not. Yeah.
Robles says everybody that didn't say what their AIM screen name was had 69 in it.
X's
XOXO.
numbers. Oh my gosh, Ashley.
So it is quite odd how you guys keep transitioning straight into the Naughty Cougars. YSC 7 at 5
Oh, boy.
p.m. KBC Tropics 9. Lawrence Shirt Factory 12.
Brett, Ryan, come on
Undefeated
down.
no more.
Tropics.
The last of the unblemished.
This is another good loss. Another
Yes.
good loss.
This
Yes.
is
second best showing of the
very-
week by a team.
Here is Brett from
This
Lawrence
is the
Shirt
best
Factory.
loss of the week.
This was a great game, honestly. Really windy game to start off.
Three
wind
hands
blowing
is
in
here,
from
by the way,
center
everybody.
and right, 30 miles an hour. So it was a lot of bunting. A lot of double plays, too. A lot of pop-up bunts. Tropics probably had 4 or 5 double plays.
5
I
double
think that's
plays.
Probably what cost
5.
them the game. Also to add on, Bree, 3 for 4, 2 doubles.
She was
killed-
fantastic.
she was
That's
in
why,
the game.
that's why she's the GOAT.
Yeah.
That's why she's the GOAT.
So, other than that, I don't got much. It was just a really good game. Tropics, good team. I didn't expect anything less, honestly. So we came out. I
Yeah.
didn't catch one ball out in center field.
It was a great catch there, Brett. But I got to give you guys credit. Each time the Tropics scored, you guys responded in the third and the fifth inning. Each time the Tropics scored, you guys responded, and then you put up 5, 6 runs in the sixth inning or something like that. So,
Yeah, our lineup. We built our lineup so we don't kind of have any holes in it. It kind of runs no matter where we start. We can
Yeah.
get runs going. So just kind of worked out that anywhere we are at, we can make shit happen if we need to. And It's kind of why I love this team.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter
Yeah.
where we are, we're going to find a way to make shit happen.
And Calvin had
So
a
we did.
sick kick. It was his lefty.
Oh, my God, that
he,
ball was-
he kicked up to right field. Reese was at left field. It went up in the air and went 45 degrees straight left.
Yeah, it started
towards the
Reese's left and hit the left field
toward the
line
foul
probably.
pole.
It was
a foul
disgusting.
line. It was insane how much it was like.
Yeah, he's a
Straight-
lefty, and
straight-
with the
straight
wind,
left.
it literally just made it.
I have never
turn.
seen a ball like with the wind just go straight left.
Yeah,
like
I think
a right,
Reese
like a right
was
angle.
holding- Reese
Right
kind of
angle,
felt
90
bad
degree.
after that one. I was like, "There's no
There's nothing
outfielder
you
in
can do
the world
about
that's
it.
catching that ball."
He's
dude.
like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so-
crazy. But you guys, this is why you guys are great. You had to respond against that debacle against Loveguard. I knew you guys would respond. You guys did.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely.
Can't take anybody lightly in this league, and
No,
we weren't taking
no,
the Tropics
no.
lightly. We see
Yeah.
them play, so
Yeah.
shout out them.
Great win
team.
for you guys. Well done. Go ahead.
Yeah, very, very big win for Shirt Factory, continuing their I'd say, dominance this year.
I got two things here. One, could Shirt Factory wind up as the 1 seed?
I think
Looking at the
Shirt
schedule,
Factory,
it could
looking
happen.
at
If
the
they didn't,
schedule.
if they didn't blow a whatever it was 10-run lead in the 8th inning, they would already be sitting in the catbird
Yeah.
seat
Yeah.
as the 1 seed.
No, 100%.
But they still can.
They,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
they still can. I
Two.
think they're honestly in the driver's seat for that with the remaining schedule.
2, Robles is not familiar with human anatomy, and he wants to know where the third hand is hidden.
Brett?
Somebody with the Tropics want to talk?
Remains to be seen.
Anyone for the Tropics?
And
Brennan,
now
Ryan.
we are going to be hearing from the Tropics, the captain of the Tropics, Ryan Pendry. But before that, back due to popular demand, none other than the one and only Drennan Dolsky.
Drennan Dolsky. Our first baseman, Drennan Dolsky. Hi, Drennan.
Hi. How's it
Welcome
going?
back.
Glad to be here.
Oh, not as glad as we are.
Yeah. All right, what do you need from me?
I need a full recap, top to bottom.
Actually, just stand there and flex.
So with the game being 12-9, can you tell me, at least in your point of view, was there a point that you could pinpoint of which Cougar lost the game for you guys? He knows.
Well, I don't-
That was a joke, but this is sad.
Well, I don't know if he had a role in it, but I can't remember what inning it was, but they went through their whole lineup and got 5 runs
Kicked
in
around.
one inning. So that'll be Cougar's fault on that inning. Yeah.
Yeah, I do blame
Stop him from
I've been in this
kicking.
league for 20 years. Got a problem, blame Cougar. Just blame Cougar.
the Cougar curse.
Yeah, the Israel-Iran conflict, blame Cougar. Duh.
So, were you elated, or were you nervous to play your favorite kickball team of all time?
No, I was nervous. I was nervous because, like I said, all about the Drennan. It's because I knew that that's some sort of response from Shirt Factory after that implosion against Loveguard. So yeah, I was nervous as hell. Yeah.
So you just openly admitted that the Tropics aren't your favorite kickball team, and that Shirt Factory is.
So, do you know what the visual representation of this game would be in conclusion to, in concurrence with Cougar's nervousness? It's that Mad Men where he's like, "I hate you," and he's like, "I don't think about you at all." Cougar was nervous to stand on the field and coach against Shirt Factory, and meanwhile, both the Chin Halls are like, "Fucking Cougar exists, I guess." It's a joke. It's a joke. Cougar can take it.
20 years and counting.
He may
I've been
be a
taking
cubby.
it for 20 years. It's fine.
Yeah, 20.
But enough
Legal.
about me. Back to Drennan. Go back to Drennan.
Yes, back to Flex. Let us know.
You guys played great.
Yeah, you
I
guys
watched the
played
film.
really,
You guys
really
did really
good.
well.
Like I said, and I know
I was really impressed.
It doesn't sound good or fun, but this was the best loss of the week. Especially when we were just talking. I think best loss 1A, 1B of the week, with Global being the other competitor, but
We'll get to that later.
with Shirt Factory being able to pretty much control their destiny and possibly push into the 1 seed going into the playoffs. You can't really see a silver lining in many games, but this is one of them.
Yeah.
I think you guys, I won't say favorable, but I think you have a very favorable schedule coming up with the type of play that you've been playing. Other than next week, that's not a favorable matchup for you. So we'll have to see how that goes. But we'll get to that too here later.
I think they'll fuck around and win a Twain.
They could try.
I think they will. I think they'll fuck around and find out.
Yeah, staying within 3 runs with a team like that, it's definitely a good game. So.
Yeah.
Definitely could.
Also, Sean, not to correct you, but
2 weeks.
The
2 weeks.
perfect representation of Cougar in this game is the middle of the 6th when the score was 6-9.
Yeah, indeed. And now, flick it. Ryan flicks more beans than a soy farmer. Pendry.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It was a bittersweet game. Like, playing the Chenals, it felt like when we brought them on in 2023, it felt like we were building something really special with those guys. And so to go out there and play their team and then have one that we feel like we didn't really play our best game, and I'm sure they had some errors where they feel like they probably didn't play their best. Obviously, when you're playing in a hurricane, you can't really get a whole lot going. So, I don't know. There were 13 of us that were pretty sad, and then Cougar was jumping for joy in the corner after the end of the game. So, congrats, Cougar. Your favorite team won. And,
yeah.
Maybe we can let you down next time. Also, what they were talking about over there, and completely off subject, but I do stand in solidarity with Jazz House on their IFU situation. They provided 2 very capable refs and got an IFU for not providing capable refs, even though Cougar can attest that they did an excellent job in that game. So, no, this was a couple weeks ago. This is just breaking. This is breaking us. And so I just want to say I stand with these people on this one. Usually I support the board. I'm with these guys on this one.
Can I inquire why they were deemed not capable?
Nick Neely, did they give you an explanation why they weren't capable?
No, they just... Red Lion does that to people. I just want to say that game
did they take the ref
devolved
test?
immediately after I left. One inning after I left.
Ryan's was that I had 2 people who had never reffed before reffing the game.
Okay, and you can also attest that Cougar called you and said they did an excellent job?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Okay, this is not to talk shit. I just want to know, Sean, did Cougar get an IFU for fucking up the scorebook? No. As a board member, I just want to know. If they're handing out IFUs to refs, did he get an IFU for fucking up the scorebook in our game where we had to play extra innings?
I mean, if you're sending out refs, but then you actually make an error.
Did you? I'll have to look. I don't know. Like that week, I was in the hospital. So.
We did not get an IFU. Just so you guys know, we did not get an IFU.
Don't know.
Like nothing.
Don't know.
They did a great job.
Some of us were dying.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
I'll agree with that. I'll give my take. Like it's. If you send 2 refs and those 2 refs,
I mean, honestly,
job, even
if we're
they've
gonna
never done shit before,
vote for it,
never
he
done
should.
First, never done anything,
right?
If they did a good job, I don't see why they should be punished for showing up and doing their good job. And now that being said, there are 2 sides to every story, so I don't know the other side of the story.
And they didn't want to hear Rick's side, apparently. So.
Okay.
Anyway, you guys are doing a great job. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yeah. No, that's super unfortunate.
That's a fair question. What's that? I mean, it's there. I don't know about solid, but it's there.
Well, I mean, we all got a butt.
Do I work out? Not really, no.
You work at a hotel, right?
No, I used to work at a hotel. I was
going to say it was probably maybe stairs. I was going to say you use the stairs a lot when you work at the hotel.
I use the stairs a lot working at hotels. Like 15 years, I always use the stairs. Yeah.
So maybe you do got a firm ass there, Cougar.
I always use the stairs at hotels. Yeah, 15 years, always use the stairs. Yeah. Now, if I was carrying something heavy, I'll use the elevator, obviously. But no, I always use the stairs. Even like at the 10 stories or 9 stories, my 2 previous hotel jobs, I always use stairs. Yeah.
What do you do now?
I'm a property manager in an apartment complex. Still use stairs. 3 stories. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See? Yeah. Firm ass.
Cougar's ass is the golden ratio.
And really just says because I'm chasing happy shirt in my dreams, am I? Haven't been happy shirt in years. Why y'all say happy shirt? Stop it. What?
YSC 7 at 7 p.m. Love Garden 13. Midnight Tokers 3.
You'd expect with the Tokers season that it would have been a lot worse than that.
Yeah, especially without Jackson Wagner. He's still injured for that hamstring.
Still hurt? Yeah,
he's
that
still
guy's
injured.
a stud.
Yeah. So get well soon, Jackson.
You got some recaps on that game?
The only thing I got was in Jackson Wagner. This is what he said. Quote, Love Garden had a great game defensively. We continue to learn a lot by playing against good competition. Highlights for Tokers. Lucy and Tank played a terrific game once again. This is officially their last game of the by the top of the regular season. Lasker had an amazing dive at home plate in the 8th inning. Also, shout out to Barry, who also got on base every time he was up to kick. Unquote. That was from Jackson Wagner Midnight Toker. By the way, Lasker, against the Tropics the week before, he's the one that kicked the opposite field home run over right center field that cleared like 15 feet.
Dude,
or a YC6.
Tokers are a good team. I know that
they are. Yeah.
I know their record does not indicate it at this point, but
They've had a tough schedule.
They are very much
a really tough schedule.
And their third baseman's been in and out of the lineup, but
yeah, I know.
Jaden, I think his name is. He plays first.
Jalen,
Chaske or Chaska.
Chaske, yeah.
Chaske,
yep.
Really good player.
Yeah.
I mean, they should not drop too far into the into the rankings. Otherwise, because they're still a plate contender, no doubt.
They lost, like I say, they lost to quite an upset loss to Corksucker, the game of the week 1, and they lost to I thought it was at the time a bad loss to LFK Rays, but they're now 4-2, so it looked as bad.
A lot of shit talk rained down through the first 2 weeks, but those 2 losses to the Rays, whoever, you could look back. I don't want to jump backwards, but whoever those were, looking like some pretty high quality losses at this point.
I mean, we played extra innings against them. They were right there. They're a good team. So,
but I'll get well soon. Jackson Wagner from a hamstring injury. He reactivated last week against the Tropics. So get well soon.
Just take off until the playoffs.
I think he will.
I was going to say that's like a recurring thing for him, isn't it?
Last year he got hurt with the Tropics 2 years ago. Hurt his hamstring the first week. Yeah, it sucked. I feel bad for Jackson. Good player, really nice guy too. Really nice guy.
He's a fucking animal.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Indeed.
Get well soon, Jackson. Get well soon. So.
YSC 8 at 5 p.m. The Ghost. Lots of O's in that O's. 0. The Toe Pokes 20.
I got no recaps from either side. No recaps.
No recaps from either side. There were notes on the score sheets. I closed out the.
I got nothing.
I'm pulling them up here. I had closed it out.
By the way, on a different note, get well soon to Ian and Jess from Toe Pokes. Ian had that bad knee injury. In
the notes on that. Toe Pokes. Willis with a foul out in the bottom of the 4th. Willis, you got to buy beer for everybody next week.
Tough.
He fouled out against Free State last year.
He
did.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
So, Willis, that's going on record. That's beer for everybody this week on your team. And Toe Pokes, you guys have to hold him accountable.
I mean, if you foul out in a 20-0 game, that should be beer for the entire league. What are you doing?
True. Kegs it.
Well, there's a couple.
Well, if
people
you're
in the
up
league
20-0 and you foul out doing the Rabona, then that's league beer for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Kick the ball up the middle. Rex does it. Ariel does it.
Yeah. You know who the originator is? James Finley.
Finley, yeah.
Red Lakes,
yeah. Robles thinks ghosts and 0 runs make sense.
Yeah. No one called the shutout last week.
No one called the shutout. No. I did call a shutout between Global or Chaz House, but we all know how that turned out.
Should have seen that coming though.
Well, we all know that.
Global and Jazz House was technically a shutout because it was a forfeit.
Well, the other way around. Well, I did that.
Well, you get credit.
The other way.
No, I don't get credit for that. No, I don't.
Shout out also Toe Pokes and Ghosts. They the run rule.
Yeah.
And then they kept playing, and then they almost got in a fight during the for fun part of the game.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Oh my!
I'm not going to expand anymore, but yeah. No, I don't. Just maybe don't play anymore if you guys are mad at each other. Just walk off the field.
Man.
Who
Well, yeah.
Come on, Seth. You weren't in the fight.
What
It's not
happens
your
on
fault.
YSC 8 stays on YSC 8, man. I don't tell anybody about it. Yeah.
Speaking of YSC 8, YSC 8 at 7 p.m. Free State 16, Global Cafe 8.
What the
We've got the Vegas upset of the week. But if we go back, there's one person who is not surprised and is far from upset.
Oh,
that's none other than Seth Super Sport Sanchez. It's time for that fucking victory lap, my friend.
Before you touch the game, I want to hear about your thought process on April 26th when you called that fucking shot, because holy shit.
I knew we were good. I don't know. It took us a while to figure it out, but yeah, it was good value, Ben. I hope you took it. You couldn't get anybody to bet?
Same problem. Just like last week with Invictus, I couldn't get anybody to take the money.
Okay, so I'm just going to, unless you guys want to go, I'm just going to go. First and foremost, we were in the first base dugout. AO, obviously, plays first base for Global Cafe. Truly the nicest guy in the entire league. Like, when it was a close game, he was nice. When they were winning, he was nice. And then as it started to get away from them, he came over into our dugout multiple times and said, you guys are playing great. Like, I'm proud of you guys. Like, never any animosity. He wasn't front running. Like, he was being truly, genuinely nice throughout the entire game. So I want to give a shout out to him. Also, obviously, Marcus gets a shout out. Can you imagine losing a game that you're favored to win and then going home and sitting with that video and editing it and having it posted by 6 a.m. the next day?
Posting it first.
That's crazy.
That's the first game he posted.
That's
the first game he posted.
First game he posted.
Sounds like every sex video I've ever made.
So shout out to Marcus for that. Obviously, he's a great player too, but doing that is incredible. It starts and ends with the Free State ladies. Danielle, in particular, I think she went 4 for 5. She beat Jimmy one time. She kicked the ball over their left fielder's head into the wind.
Over Matt
Yeah.
Over Matt. That was incredible.
She beat out bunts in the infield. She scored runners when she needed to. So truly, I mean, her best performance as a growler. She's been on the team for a couple years. Missy, who was our co-captain that game because LD was gallivanting around Italy, which we don't blame her for at all. Missy can kick the ball wherever she wants to. She doesn't have a lot of power. She's not the fastest player in the league, but she literally will put the ball on the ground wherever it's supposed to go. She's selfless when it comes time to move runners over, and that's the shit that wins games. You know, if 100%. You come up with runners on first and second, and you put the ball to the right side, even when Marcus is standing at bump block, and you sneak it past him, that's an amazing kick. Devin, she's a new player on our team. She was in the outfield. I think it was the first inning, and Eli tried to burn her, and she caught it by her fingertips and kind of let him know, like, hey, you can't go this way. McKenna, who we got from the Rick Rollers, is in the running for one of the fastest girls in the league, if not the fastest girl. She also had a deep sack fly. Like, I didn't know that she could kick the ball that deep, and she did. My boy Ben Malone, he got.
Oh, Sean's boy, Ben Malone.
Love Ben.
Ben wears his heart on his sleeves. He also wears shooting sleeves for no reason in particular.
Yes.
To play kickball. He wears green eye black, which does nothing. But Ben,
he had the green and black mix last week. I was loving it.
Ben had a bad game against Wog. Ben got outplayed by Wog's right fielder, and Ben came up huge for us this week. It was bases loaded, 2 outs. We were down 5-2 in the second inning, and Eli roped one at him, and Ben double clutched, caught it. If that ball gets down, if that ball gets past him, it's 8-2, and it's the same old shit. You know, Global's going to run away from us, and he made a great catch, kept us in the game. Our triangle, including, you know, Austin Myers and Aaron at pitcher, but Jeremy, he's a brand new player. This is his 5th game ever, and he's shutting down Global Cafe's bunt. Like, that's some high level stuff. One of the underrated guys on our team, just because he's so consistent, is Travis. He's our center fielder and our leadoff kicker. He just gets on base. He runs the bases like a maniac. He slides 2 inches from the bag. We all think he explodes his knee every time he does it, but he just keeps doing it, so whatever. He does yoga. He does do yoga, yeah. So, I mean, just an incredible performance from the Growlers all the way around, honestly. We brought the team together, obviously, after the game, and I said I've been a Free State Growler since I was 19 years old, and that was like easily the best win that we've ever had. Yeah. You know, Global Cafe beat us in the playoffs 19-0 last year. So we made some changes in the offseason. Obviously, we have some new players on the team, but still, that's a top 5 team in the league for the last 8 years, 10 years, whatever it
Yeah.
is. So it's definitely, we had a plan going into the season. The wind helped us. Those guys can kick the ball out of the stadium on
Yeah.
YSC 8, and the wind held it in. So at least we felt like we had a level playing field. And we took advantage, and they were missing people, but we were missing people too. People are missing, players every single week in this league, so that's just what it is. Super proud of my team, so we'll look to keep it going, obviously.
I gotta say there, you mentioned that it was Devin or Missy what caught the ball from Eli at left field.
Yeah, Devin at left center.
They didn't test you guys at left field at all. Not until the 8th inning. There was a ball that was kicked. I think it was in front of Missy that bounced in front, went over her head. That was it. They never challenged left field at all. I don't because the wind that spooked them, or they're basically like stubborn as heck. They were just going to go right field all the time because the wind and so forth.
Yeah.
But they never challenged left field.
No, they didn't. The left side of the field basically was
Locked
a
down.
no-fly zone. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for us, we have a tendency to just start kicking lazy fly balls, and we were really focused on just keep the ball on the ground. The wind is the wind. You think you're going to kick the ball farther? They're good players. They're going to catch it. Just keep it down because it makes throws hard. We had bunt triples, bunt doubles, things like that.
Yeah.
So don't be fucking stupid like we were the week before.
Force them to make plays.
Yeah, make plays.
And
They're a
when
great
you
team,
force them into mistakes. Admittedly, I believe they made quite a few more than they normally would. But when you're forcing them into that position, it doesn't take anything away from what you guys were doing.
No.
And repeatedly able to accomplish by not only keeping the ball down, but putting yourselves in position. They were having to make plays at first, which they weren't making because they weren't able to make the plays at second or third on the force because you had such aggressive base running and heads up communicating.
We got they blew through the top of our lineup. We didn't score in the first inning, and then we scored 7 out of the next 8 innings. And that's something I talk about every single week. Is like, let's just keep the pressure on 1 or 2 every inning. It doesn't need to be a 7-run inning to win the game. Like, just keep it going. And as the game rolled along, and we just kind of started stretching. They were up 5-2 after 2 innings, and then we outscored them 14-3 the rest of the game. That's not a fluke.
Yeah.
There were some kicks in there that fell our way. There were some catches that we made, but 14-3 in 7 innings.
Yeah.
That's
Cougar, you are on double secret probation.
Yeah, I know.
Are you going to read?
I got
you do have
commissioners.
Okay, I've got it over here as well.
I got it here.
I just wanted to make sure.
I got it. Here's what Commissioner Liz Carr said.
All right, prepare that AI voice.
Yeah. Wait, what? Okay, no. It's my regular voice.
Will the real Rowan please type stroke in your
I am
5?
not Rowan. I'll never be Rowan. No.
I know. Rowan might have a little bit more vocal personality.
Obviously, duh. Everyone has more personality than I do, duh. So, here's what Commish Carr said. Quote, Free State played amazing. They kicked super well and capitalized on our errors, of which there were many. They made good adjustments on defense and for the win and our offensive capabilities. As you know, anyone watching probably knows, Global had an off day. It happens. We're human. We did the positive things during the game. Manny had right field on lock. Mike Z had amazing place kicks. Cal had heads up base running. We're not hanging our heads about it. Taking the lessons we can and preparing for the next game. Would rather have a regular game like this, have a game like this in the regular season than the tournament. It only makes us better. Unquote. That was from Commish Carr from of Global Cafe. And I gotta say this there,
You
Seth.
forgot one part.
What part is that here? Let's see what it says. Free State, dark horse for the Twain, unquote. She said that too. So, dark horse for the Twain. Yeah, well.
There's that path we were talking about earlier.
Austin Myers won the plate with us in 22, won the cup last year with Johnny's. If he gets a Twain, watch at Ringers, man. You guys might need to somebody. Late fees pick him up. He might want to go get a boot. Don't go for the trifecta.
Yeah, he's better than the boot. No,
go become the first ever KVK Grand Slam champion.
The Grand Slam champion of KVK. Oh my god,
that would be
fucking
epic. I gotta say this, Seth. Like, even though you got a lot of the new players, you got a lot of roster turnover. You guys had just being their scorekeeper, and Brett as a home plate umpire consensus is. You guys played with more poise than Global Cafe did. I mean, heads up to you guys. Like, you guys played relatively mistake-free kickball, and basically did not beat yourselves up at all. And I give you guys credit for that. You're right. Maybe Global Cafe had a bad off day, the errors in the middle of the game. But I mean, credit to you guys. I mean, you as a captain there, having a new roster turnover, like all these new players there. Now in week 6 there, and look how the team's turned around and got this biggest win, arguably in this franchise history. This is incredible. It really is. I mean, that's all I gotta say. Yeah.
Are you fully recovered from that third baseman?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, can we watch this?
Oh jeez.
Can we watch this as a podcast?
Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Okay.
Bunt
here
up
we go.
3. Travis coming home. Eli, one of the hardest hitting kickers in the league. Boom!
Man.
Staggers. Cougar.
Rocked
2
him.
steps back.
Just
You almost
rocked him.
went down, dude.
It hit me right in the middle of left thigh. Thank goodness it hit that, not the small target in between my legs. Thank God. A very small target. So,
Cougar, you've reffed 2 of our games, and somehow you're the story of both of them. Even when we beat Global,
we beat Global. Yeah, sometimes I'm the story. I don't know why. Lucky me. Yeah. By the way, my left thigh is now. It's still a little sore, but
save that for the OnlyFans.
I saw Haman's comment.
Stop it, Seth.
I saw Haman's comment on Facebook and immediately was like, "Oh, I'm finding that first. I don't know what happened. There's a story behind it. That's getting watched first before the rest of this game."
I heard they call you Four Hands.
Cougar, I do just want to thank you for the extra view boost on that video, by the
Yeah.
way. We're in the thousands.
Yeah, it's now monetized. The quickest monetized video
You're welcome,
of the week.
Lindsay. You're welcome.
Asian gets blasted.
It's a top search feature.
I was going to say, be careful if you search that.
Put that into Rowan Blazefoot.
Oh, God. Oh.
Did you mean Love Garden Squid?
Roblaze has yet to comment. This is why you should be afraid of AI. Wait. So, Roblaze has a question.
Oh, I can't wait for
Go
Robles.
for it, Ben.
Fucker.
Has Global bottomed out?
Woo. 3-3.
Or has Free State peaked? Or both?
It was a magical Sunday in the park. I don't know.
There you go.
Perhaps Free State topped them.
Last year, you guys picked us to lose Game of the Week by 20, so I would argue that we had
Yeah.
the biggest upset of the season last year. No, that
No,
was just
it was
last year.
last year.
And
Last
then
year.
this year, I would argue this is probably the biggest upset
Of the year.
season, if not of the decade.
Yeah. What would be the bigger upset?
There isn't one.
Beating Global.
being upset?
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know. You tell me.
Didn't Arbar have a crazy upset last year?
What? They defeated the Heat by staying home?
Hey, that is true. So they would want to know on that one. No, because I remember
actually
you made a
a good
comment
question.
about it.
Is
'cause,
there a
like,
Oh, we're going to get to my discussion question sooner than later.
there was
So
someone that
calling
they-
it conservatively,
they beat last
we
year that
were
was kind of impressive.
16.
I can't remember who it was.
And
though.
and Global was 5-4 coming into that game. Top 5 teams just don't really lose to mid-table teams.
No,
No,
they don't.
no.
It doesn't. Uh-oh. Coog's got one.
The only one that's a big upset is that R-Bar upset Midnight Token, I believe, in the semifinals of the plate.
Okay, no, that's not what I'm thinking. This one.
No,
this
I looked
one
at the
was
regular season. There wasn't anything. No, there wasn't. No, there
well,
wasn't.
I'm thinking
No.
of a regular season win.
No, I looked at last year. There wasn't. I looked it up. No, there wasn't.
Different category. It's a different category.
No, I looked up last year. They didn't really have it.
I might be
no.
thinking of someone else then.
Oh, okay.
Established team, with they were missing people, obviously. They were missing Trey. They were missing Liv. We were missing Lindsay.
Liv,
we were missing
yeah.
a couple players.
Yeah.
I mean, already deep into the transfer portal. You got a deep bench.
Also, really fast, don't blame the refs at all because nobody fucking watches this. They had a runner on second base, and they had a person who kicked the ball up the first base line, and that homie was in full sprint before the ball was kicked. He led off. I don't see people lead off in kickball because it's just like the most obvious rule.
Yeah.
A new person comes up, you're like, hey, no leading off. He led off. I mean, he was full sprint towards third base. Not something that refs usually have to watch for, but I guess we do now.
Well, apparently it didn't matter. Yeah, it's fine.
It was a big out at the time.
Pete Rose in it.
Yeah.
Any means necessary.
Oh, stop it with. You know what? He's dead. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything to Pete Rose. I'm not gonna say anything.
Well, I mean, he wouldn't hear you unless you busted out the Ouija.
I'm not gonna say anything.
You got a Ouija?
What? No.
Just asking.
No.
All right, you guys good? Next game?
Moving on to Hobbs Park, which is Thrivent Financial. Brandon Shrevesfield total ownership, 7 p.m. For what I think is actually the third week in a row. Redlegs 18, R-Bar 10. Cougar, you got a recap here?
I do. Let's first go with Nick Benton from Redlegs. Quote, we had several people a little beat up, including myself, several people that played what felt like 100 kickball games in Vegas over the weekend. Yeah. So we started off a little slow and much too passive. Our bar is a good team. They deserved our best. It took a couple innings, but that's what I love about this team. When we need it, we have it. Cheers to our bar for a great fun game. That was, unquote, that was Nick Benton from Redlegs. Let's see if Amber from R-Bar says so. Yep, it's a long one. Here we go. Quote, we kept things neck and neck until the middle of the game. Then chaos, ricochets, and wind happened. About 5-ish balls decided to bounce off everything and everything before landing miraculously in hands. We were still not sure if some of those count as physics or magic. Okay. This week marked KVKL debuts for Randa and Alejandro. Welcome to the madness. And we had a couple of kickball veterans, Eddie and Kim, dust off their cleats and jump back in. Thank you for all of them for being heroes. If you saw my post, you get it. Who filled in while we were missing about a third of our team. You all crushed it. Sam went full highlight reel with the in-park home run in the 8th, scoring 3 and making sure Redlegs didn't get too comfy. Pitching and fielding were a battle against the wind. Gravity and whatever weird cosmic energy makes kickballs veer left. Okay. The Redlegs were fast, sharp on defense, and came in tight both on plays and by what looked like shotgunning beers together as a team before the game. Final score, a loss by 8 to a top 10 team with key players out and still making a game worth watching. That's something to be proud of. R-Bar showed grit, hustle, and just the right amount of chaos. On to the next one, unquote. That was from Amber from R-Bar. They shotgun beers before the game? Jesus.
I think like every
R-Bar.
dude.
Redlegs.
Yeah, why not?
Dude, I think so.
Who does that?
Apparently,
That's how you
Redlegs,
stay
and it's
hydrated.
I'm just going to say that it's pretty fucking badass that all of them go out there, yell, Redlegs mount up, and then they shotgun a beer and then go kick ass, and then every game, I'm pretty sure they do
Hopefully.
it before. Yeah. No, it's madness, but I fucking love it. I'm here for it. Good for them.
Really good performance from R-Bar, yeah.
Yeah.
They were missing a lot of people. I actually talked to Amber before the game. I think she said they were missing like literally like 5 or 6 people.
So,
what the fuck were they doing?
I have no idea.
Another moral victory, which are very hard to come by. So I will say a very impressive showing to some veterans showing back up, helping out with the team, some new players showing up. Now, before I go full heel, tell me a more iconic duo than R-Bar and their team not showing up when it's over 90 degrees.
Liberty Hall and reffing?
I think that's 1A and 1B.
Wait. I missed that.
Speaking of reffing, we'll kind of get to that, but I did notice that R-Bar only did supply technically 1 ref for Game of the Week, which is my discussion question. So before we get to Game of the Week, do you think it is necessarily fair if you're not necessarily fielding an entire team and or fielding an entire referee team that you should get not 1, not 2, but 3 games at Hobbs in 1 season? Discuss.
Who had 3 games? R-Bar has had 3 games at Hobbs?
I'm here to cause a little chaos tonight.
That fucking Rowan Blazefoot AI fucking schedule, man.
Wait, who are we shitting on? I can't wait to do it. Oh,
3 or late fees.
3
Take your
Hobbs
pick, I
games
guess.
in 6 weeks?
Which side are you
Pick your
on?
poison.
As in they've had 3 already?
R-Bar has had 3 straight games. I think it's actually 3 in a row.
I have a hard time shitting on R-Bar because they beat us last.
And
not
Mr.
this
Sean,
past
you're
week,
on
the
the
week
board.
before.
Why the fuck are you asking us?
He's
I just
won
posed
games.
a question.
You answer. You tell us.
3 is crazy.
I like chaos.
2 happens, but
Sean,
3...
Sean is the voice of reason in the oligarchy.
I'm the wild card. May not like it, but you gotta learn to love it.
I bet they're excited to go play at YSC, honestly. But they're tired of Hobbs.
No, I do this purely just to cause chaos because I love doing like devil's advocate. I love most of the people who play for our bar. I love Brian and James.
This presents a great
I really
opportunity.
do love those guys.
So-
Seriously. But I have to play devil's advocate when it comes to certain things that as a captain of the KVKL team, not as a board member right now, as a captain, I look and go, hey, we shit on the Ghost. We shit on the Soda Jerks for laying down or taking forfeits in the tournament in the past. I'm going to shit on our bar for taking a forfeit because it was too hot to play, and then also taking a forfeit to immediately get a boot championship. I don't let those things go quietly into the night because I listened to Bill Pullman in Independence Day a long time ago.
2 in a row. Well, that was learned behavior, forfeiting to win. Yeah.
It was 2 in a row. And look at the rest of the schedule. Don't they play again I believe they play again at Hobbs later this year. I could be wrong.
All right. Can we so look, here's where I'm at, okay? We are not leaning enough into charity. We should be bidding on the ability to play at Hobbs every week, whether or not it's the game of the week.
Great call.
Yeah. Why aren't we opening this up to, hey, we're going to have our 7 o'clock game at Hobbs?
So it's only 2. I was wrong there.
Right.
2. I thought it was a game of the week and 2.
No.
But they don't have it.
Forget the game of the week.
So
it's
they
like,
had a game
hey,
of the week.
let's open this
Okay.
up for bidding. I want to play my 7 o'clock game at Hobbs every single week, and my team is willing to contribute $300 a week. How much is that for an entire season?
Does that mean you're also?
I would pay to play at Hobbs at 5 o'clock. I'd be home by like 7:15. It'd be amazing.
So,
open that shit up.
Yeah, play at 5
all
and
for
don't
that.
have to ref a
Yeah,
game.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Any angle to bring more money to the charity.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
So
Rowan
if you-
Blazefoot says you guys are dumb.
So-
Let's
got valuable-
monetize this
We got
motherfucker.
valuable property, man. So
Yeah,
am I.
I mean,
I'm
this
up
is a
for
hot
it.
commodity.
I like
It's a
it.
great
But-
discussion. The first thing that Rowan has, I guess,
This is,
technically
I'm
brought to the
totally on
group.
board with, forget the I deserve it, I earned it, I've waited my turn. You guys need to contribute
Buy
some
our
money.
loyalty.
Yeah, yes. Buy game of the week.
Buy a game of the week.
Yes.
So I don't want to buy game of the week
Absolutely.
I'm a
Cougar's
fucking,
out of your price range. Don't worry about him.
I don't have to buy game of the week because I'm a broke ass teacher and I can't afford that shit. But
but you can
so
go
if you
door to door and
buy-
collect money for
yeah,
it.
That's true. I could, but I'm too lazy to do that during my summertime. I got better things to do, like play video games and watch TV.
Yeah.
I mean, I could, but I got all the time in the world, but I'm too lazy to do
You're
that shit.
telling
I'll
me
be
your
real.
kids
But
can't sell game of the week tickets, but they can sell trash bags?
I mean,
what are we doing here?
I would have to. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna have to like monetize it with like, all right, you go sell this. I will not give you a math test.
They can sell trash bags and then tell the people, bring these to game of the week.
That's
Indeed.
So if you buy,
To collect all those Jello shots. What a message!
serious
What a
question
message
though,
we're
if you
sending.
buy the 7 p.m. game at Hobbs, does that mean you buy reffing responsibilities for
Yes,
game of the
you
week?
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Actually, I think if you buy
I'm
the
a-
7 p.m.
I-
game
I'm
at
for
Hobbs, you buy the 7 p.m. game at Hobbs, and if you win that, you get to designate a team to ref for you.
I love that
At
even
game of the
more.
week.
Oh, I'm doing Tropics every time. I'm
Oh,
gonna go
man.
raise so much money. You guys aren't playing in that game ever.
It's like
Cougar's
Seth said,
gonna
it's
be
like
responsible
he-
for every game of the week.
He would pay to play at 5. You are paying to play at Hobbs at 7 and not have to ref if you don't want to.
Late fees is going to be ripping a lot of game of the weeks.
I like that even more.
Like, I hope you fuckers like staying up.
Honestly, it's going to turn into a pissing contest between Ben and Bryson.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like gaming the system like you've never seen.
It's going to be Wog versus
also
Red
for.
Lion
Like,
every week.
3D chess.
You can give me a front row seat to that. I'll watch it the entire season.
Roblaze can piss further than Ben or Bryson.
See? Great discussions.
Oh, my
And this is why you need people like me on the board.
Agreed.
What? Hey, I mean, whether or not Doug Dimmadome likes me, it doesn't fucking matter because I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. Hobbs Park.
Oh, she says she's voting you off.
if only you had a vote.
Yeah.
Nicole for Elefication is voting you off, Sean.
Yeah, if you weren't at the captain's meeting, it's clearly a dictatorship. They'll just pass a rule. They don't care.
Emphasis. No. It's a dictatorship. Emphasis on the dick.
Oh my god.
Every captain voted against free agency. What do we have?
There is
free agency.
There may or may not be a black hand running the board. An unseen dictatorship.
Oh boy.
Hobbs
Someone
Park,
say shadow
private
board?
financial field, Brandon Shreve's ownership. I'm just going to go with that the rest of the time.
I'm staging a coup and bringing Bryson in as dictator.
9:15 p.m.
He thinks that's a great idea.
Recess Rejects 17, Empire 30.
Woo!
Hey, Cougar, who'd you pick?
Recess Rejects.
Hey,
Good.
Sean, who'd you pick?
I picked Recess Rejects. And
Hey,
with
Emberly,
the, with
who'd
the
you pick?
slight caveat, I said go out and make me eat my words.
That's true. That's true. Who'd you pick last week? Rejects or? That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. So MVPs of the game are the refs. They had to fucking stand out there for fucking ever. I honestly wanted the game to be over until I think it was Liz who came over and was like, hey, you guys have 20 minutes until the lights shut off. And then at that point I was like, oh, let's shut this motherfucker down. Let him score. I don't give a shit.
No, that was a lie, too. That was a lie.
Yeah.
But I was told I have to pass a couple shout-outs. So Adam and Sarah both asked me to shout out Farai and Topher. They have been at a shit ton of our games this year, showing us a lot of love. We appreciate it. They're both fucking awesome human beings. I play with them on Friday nights. Big fan of both of those guys. Arvel asked me to give a shout-out to two of our rookies. Sydney, this is her first season. She was on
Welcome.
She was on her first...
Arbar did play 3 games at Hobbs this year, by the way. FYI. I may not always be right, but I'm never fucking wrong.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, Sydney was on first base. I can't remember who it was. They kicked a liner, and she hauled ass all the way around and scored. She's doing a really, really great job locking down Rover for us. Even kind of jumped in at... I think she's jumped in at shortstop a couple games. She's really, really good. We've got 2 other guys who joined us this year, Lalo and NK. Both of them play in the outfield. Both tremendous fucking athletes. Did a great, great job for us. Yeah, it was just a high-scoring fucking event. It was very tiring. I'm still very, very tired from that game. Yeah, I'm just happy we got the dub.
Is that the highest scoring game of the week, like all times combined? 47 runs?
We were talking about that briefly. Someone asked me, I'm not the plethora of knowledge that you are. I was guessing that the highest combined score, I feel like with the way of the, as we kind of alluded to, we're owed and dues. And while also trying to keep in mind with the best matchups being made for at least game of the week in the past, present and future, I feel like a game of the week has combined for almost into the 60s. Like a 31 to 20, 33, 27, at least in the annals of history, I feel like something's gotten up there 55 or above, right, Cougar?
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, it feels like it's hard to have not happened.
By the way, I know the lowest combined score as part of the game of the week.
Yes.
What was the score? 2-1.
It was the year that we made the blue collar trophy, and it was 2-1 Free State over Johnny's.
Yeah.
And then Johnny's became the best team in the league, and we haven't got our hands on that on that trophy again. But it was awesome because Spencer Renfro brought a keg of blue collar lager, and we had Austin Myers lived across the street, so we just the game was quick, and then we just went and partied all night. It was like best case scenario.
Yeah, I think we're like tied with a couple teams for second. We beat Harpies 3-2.
3-2. I remember that 3-2 game. Yep.
So like it's.
I read third base.
There.
Yep. I remember that game. Yep.
But yeah,
incredible offensive performance, Brent. I mean, that's fun.
Yeah, how impressive!
I hope everybody scored.
So from quickly, it was like, oh man, is this going to be? Are they going to come back and take the lead? To suddenly, it was, oh shit, this might be a run rule.
Yeah,
out of nowhere.
Yeah, we so the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season, we got caught in a couple pickles where we had 3 girls on base, maybe a guy on base, and then a girl up to kick. And so it's like we really needed power up there to kick. And so we had a bunch of guys crammed in like the top part of our lineup and the bottom part of our lineup. And so I kind of floated the idea to Anna and just said, hey, like, this is kind of what I'm noticing. She played with the lineup. I went from being in our top 3 to now I kick 6. Do I love that? No. Do I like scoring 30 runs? Fuck yeah, I love scoring 30 runs. I'll do that every week if I can do that. So that's really been helpful for us, at least getting that switched around a little bit. I don't know. It's just fun to see, I've played with teammates who literally lost 48 games straight, and now we're scoring 30 runs, literally a franchise record. We've never scored that many runs before. We also have 8 players who have never lost a game of the week before.
Oh.
Yep, that's
Because
a real number.
You guys beat Ball Beavers in
We
the
beat
week
Ball
10.
Beavers.
Was week 9 and week 10 the game of the week,
Yep,
right?
I personally am 2-1 at Game of the Week. My lone loss was to Young Spine. We lost 8-1 my rookie year, and then I would have to backtrack and look at everyone else on my team to see what their records are for Game of the Week.
There might be seasons that you guys scored roughly 30 runs.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you guys just scored 30 fucking runs in front of everybody in the league.
Yeah, I think my first year in the league, I don't think we broke double digits ever once. I think our highest scoring game might have been 8 or 9, and I think it was actually against Tropics when I played you guys. Yeah, because we played you guys like 3 or 4 years ago, and it was like I want to say like 12-4. I think Brooks was actually still on that team when we played him. Yeah. Yeah. Did you play Empire that year? Yeah. Yeah. So I remember we played. You guys kicked the ball. Yeah, so that was actually I'm pretty sure our highest scoring game that season. We only scored 8 runs. And so to go out and drop 30 at Game of the Week and walk off and get a win is pretty fucking nice.
Brent, who was, obviously we played you, I think week 2, the guy that played right field?
That's Adam. Adam is an incredible kicker. This is his 2nd or 3rd year in the league. I'd have to go and ask him.
Really good player.
So we've had like 2 or 3 guys join our team. And I'm like not a tremendous athlete by any means. Like I'm, kind of fast. I can kind of throw the ball. I know how to play the game. Adam was one of the first guys to go up and kick the ball, and I just went, holy fucking shit. The other guy who did it for us, NK, he's one of the guys who played for us this year, really tall black guy who's in the outfield, had a couple catches for us. Yes. That guy, he kicked it against, I can't remember, it was either Ghost or Rays, and he just sent a fucking missile to the outfield. And like, I've played 4 years and I've never kicked the ball that hard. So I don't know where all of my teammates keep finding them. Most of them are in a pool league together. I just kind of like
they just find them at Empire, right?
Yeah,
fertile recruiting
pretty
ground.
much.
Yeah. Your third baseman was a pool player, right? That's where you
he's
guys
a pool
found him?
player.
Yeah.
He had a huge weekend this weekend. So got a Game of the Week win, and then he played in a pool tournament right before he came to Game of the Week and won a trip to Vegas. So he gets to go compete in Vegas. So shout out Keyshawn. Another one of our teammates, Cole. He hasn't played yet this year. He's been hurt. But yeah, they both get to go to Vegas, compete in a pool tournament down there. We've had a couple teammates do that now, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, funny story. So the game started, we were on defense, and Keyshawn wasn't there yet because he was still on his way back from Topeka. And so we had to adjust our kicking lineup a little bit because he's our leadoff kicker. And so I told Anna, I was like, well, we'll just put him at 12, and then we'll just move me and another guy, and we'll just push, because we had a bunch of people split kick in. We had a couple other people we didn't want to move. And so we literally get the 3 outs on our defense. We're walking to the dugout, and fucking Keyshawn's walking up. I'm like, man, right on time. And so I told Anna, I was like, go fucking change that. I am not leading off.
That's the stuff you can do when you're 22, 23.
Yeah.
When he's like 30, don't let him kick right away. He'll pull a hammy immediately.
Oh, yeah. No, he's a fucking stud. I would say traditionally he should be in the outfield because he's just so fast, but he's a very, very solid third baseman for us. And so we basically told him, like, hey, you play third base until you retire or die or we find someone better. Like, that's just how that's going to go.
On a totally unrelated note, and to kind of wrap this up too as well for the Game of the Week, I have this on display if anyone wants to see what a book and how it should be kept looks like. I'll have this on display for everyone to look at because this is what it should look like.
Who kept the book?
Nick Benton.
I do.
No,
this is my book. It has fouls, singles, doubles, fielder's choices. All the runs are accounted for.
Nice.
Cougar, correctly.
Yes, I know. I did correctly with Free State and Global Cafe.
We did have a little tiff, though. I came over and I said, Cougar, is that a run?
You did.
And I said, fill it the fuck in.
I made sure. It was filled in.
I said
It
cover
was
the entire
filled
square.
in, not completely.
It was close.
I was
It
not
was close.
Seth, I was not good coloring in elementary school.
Well,
Okay, I'm sorry.
So here's what I'm tasking.
It was filled in.
Here's what I'm tasking.
May I?
Yes.
It's like the ITBS test. You got to fill the
Yes.
whole fucking circle
Or you
in,
get
my
no
I
friend.
sucked at coloring in elementary school, Lindsay.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Brant, that's quality work right there.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, absolutely. No, we. I'm,
nice.
I'm very thrilled with how my team kicked.
Who
I'm
you're
very
talking
thrilled
to,
with how
keep
they
it
Yeah,
clean.
you guys kicked
Lindsay?
fucking
Look who
phenomenal.
you're talking to.
Top to bottom.
You were talking
Well,
about.
and it wasn't even like we were kicking in a spot where we should have got thrown out, and then they made an error and we were safe. More often than not, we were hitting the gap. We were kicking where we were supposed to. There was at one point, it was late in the game. Anna kicked. I was on first. Anna kicked. We had, I think it was Adam on second or Kate on second. I can't remember. Or not second, on third. I got tagged out trying to run to second, and Anna was like, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, "I don't give a fuck. He just scored. Like, let's keep these fucking going."
Two
like,
runs in,
I
and
was like,
traded out
would
the
I like
out,
to have been safe?
so.
Yes. Did I want that run more than me being safe? 1,000%. And I kind of did the same thing with Kate earlier in the game, where I tried to kick it out into the outfield just to give her some time to get over to second. Kind of botched the kick a little bit, and she ended up getting out at second. I think on one of them she got third on an interference later on, but she. I know I kicked her out at one point, and I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry." And then I went back and watched the film and realized, like, well, I guess I scored, so I got an RKI at that point, so I'm not fully disappointed by it. So,
Indeed, great showing from Empire.
Absolutely.
Congratulations
Fantastic
on the
showing.
big game of the week win.
Yeah.
And that rounded out the week 6 matchups. So we are going to move into week 7 now. June 29th, starting us off on Invictus Fitness Field. YSC won at 5 p.m. A good old-fashioned KVKL slugfest. The D-Holes at Free State.
This is a pick'em game and a spread. So obviously,
man.
Seth will go last.
If we're going off of hot streaks and recent performances, I don't think
boy.
there's going to be a spread big enough for this game.
Oh boy, who wants to go first? Rowan.
Rowan
picks the spread eagle. Spread eagle.
Is he
Try again,
Oh
Benjamin.
man, is he picking a
Try again.
a hate fuck
Minus
love tap?
2?
Try again.
I'll go Free State by 3.
Bad pick.
Yeah. It's Free State by 10.
Want to do 3 or 10?
You got too many people missing this week, or no?
10.
I don't know. It feels like D-Holes have underperformed, Free State's overperformed, but I feel like you can win this one. Yeah.
3.
I don't know what you mean by mean.
You're picking for Free State by 3. Okay. You want to go next there, Brant?
I will. I'm going to go Free State by 5. Santos, just want to let you know I've watched 2 episodes of Andor because he's been on my ass about that.
A what?
Andor, Star Wars.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty good show, I hear.
Do you watch television? Like you haven't
No.
watched?
I watch South Park. I love South Park.
Oh, I've seen every episode of South Park.
I do too. I
What's your
love
favorite?
South-
What's your favorite one?
Episode?
Yeah, what's your favorite episode?
That's a tough one.
Probably Lemmy Winks.
Lemmy Winks is pretty good.
That's a good one.
Cougar's
The one that kills Kanye West is pretty good. By Fish Sticks, that was pretty damn good.
Fish Sticks one,
but,
yeah.
But all the specials recently, they're all damn good.
I was a really big fan of I think it was the vaccination special one.
Yes.
I'd have to go look at that one.
Yeah.
It wasn't the epidemic one. It was the follow-up one.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one was funny
Okay,
as
everybody,
fuck.
thoughts on vaccines. Go.
Oh, Jesus.
I got it, but
Robles' thoughts on vaccines.
Robles says the fewer meat bags, the better.
Oh, dear. But yeah, I love South Park. But I do watch television, but it's South Park and Food Network.
Who's your favorite person to watch on Food
Okay,
Network?
you guys can do this
we're
after
gonna
the
do this
podcast is
later.
over. It's fucking 10 o'clock already.
Who's your pick?
I'm just trying to get to know
Who's
you.
your pick? D-Holes or Free State?
I'll think about that.
Hey,
your Free
I've
State
already
fight-
played Free State, so I can't piss anybody off other than the team we haven't played yet. We play them soon to come, so I just might as well give them bulletin board material. Free State by 8. I've seen the film. I've played one of the 2 teams. I'm going to give everyone all In Ben I trust. I want to make another meme. I want Alex. I just want another Fast and the Furious meme. And because I love Alex and I know he loves just good memery, I want it to involve Fire and Paul Walker in some manner. So it's going to go one way for somebody. So I'm giving somebody
what are
some
you
material.
saying?
I support it.
Free State by 8. Okay. Free State plus 8. Minus 8.
Yeah. Robles says that Seth Sanchez is always soon to come.
Whoa. All right, I guess I'll go next.
They are certified swimmers as well.
I'll just go Free State by 7, by touchdown. So.
Wow. This is too much recency
This is
not.
This is everything's coming up.
Can I change my pick?
Yeah, you
Okay,
should.
I'll take D-holes by 3. All right. Flip me around, Cougar.
Take them by 1, man.
This is where Cougar gets
I feel
fucked
like
up.
I'm selling myself short now that LD's back. I should go Free State by 10.
Yeah, this is like too much public money.
No, I'll stay 8. I don't want to ruin
I'm the one
it.
going 7. I'll go by
Because that way
touchdown.
when I hit 8 and I get the bonus points, I'll feel even better about myself.
I'm the only one to see the bonus point.
And fuck you and your bonus point.
Yeah,
Cougar.
whatever. All right. Last but not least, Mr. Sanchez.
D-Holes fucking beats us like a drum, man. I think
I know.
6-1, right?
Yeah.
1-6 all
I
time?
think Hammond is 6-1. Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. We beat them one time in
This-
the past
this
decade.
is
you guys
your
are
year.
crazy for this, but
Robles beats Cougar like a drum.
Really? Really, Benjamin?
obviously I'm going to pick Free State, but this is like the best reverse psychology ever. I can now
I know.
clip this, send it to my team, see everyone's picking us. You guys are too full of yourselves. Come out and play better.
Yeah.
The biggest odds are going like this.
Yeah, wild, man. It's the Bitcoin price while we're bombing Iran. All right. Anyway, Free State by 1.
Free State by 1. All right.
Okay.
By 1. There we go. Okay.
Love to see it.
Yep.
So everyone
Respectful
picked respectfully.
Yeah.
YSC1 Invictus Fitness Field at 7 p.m. The Gators with a Y at the First Responders.
So someone's got to get their second win of the season.
And I think it's going to be. I think those responders are going to be.
agree.
I
responding
I think
in
responders. Yeah.
I think Robles might have fired up Chris Robinson. I think he's going to come out and go like 10 for fucking 10 now. I'm excited.
I predict Gators win.
12 for 12.
What's going on here? Gators. Oh my goodness. All over the place.
YSC2 at 5 p.m. First banger of the day on the lineup. Honey Badgers at Shirt Factory.
Yeah, I heard that like Honey Badger missing several players there, unfortunately,
Yeah.
for Honey Badgers. So
What? Oh, I thought someone brought tamales.
Oh, okay,
I
someone
was
brought
very
tamales.
excited.
Wow, I love tamales.
Soul crush.
Brett, Ashley, want to say anything? No. It's gonna be a good game, says Ashley. Brett, he's fine. Nope.
Oh, the Honey Badgers is really fun game.
He's just hoping the Honey Badger for a really fun game. Yeah. Yep.
Brett's got 2 hands on the ball, 1 on the Honey Badgers.
Indeed.
God damn it.
We'll see how Ken Dog the Booty Hog handles adversity this Sunday.
Kenneth Caperline.
You fucking government mule over here.
I got shirt.
YSC2 at 7 p.m.
Shirt Factory by 5.
The Ball Beavers at the Recess Rejects.
It's got to be game that recess rebound
Rejects.
from, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
I hate to say that against a ball beaver
maybe
because
a
of my former
get-right game
teammates.
here.
but Yeah,
Indeed.
Yeah.
YSC3 at 5 p.m. R-Bar at the Midnight Tokers.
Can we call the Ball Beavers the Shaved Cougars?
The Shaved
Yes.
Cougars, yes. We've updated the name. Indeed. The
Until
Shaved
Cougar
Cougars.
loses his hair, and then they'll have to change their name.
Cougar's never going to go bald.
No.
At least not up top.
Got a good head,
Man.
good head of hair.
Hold
I don't
on
know,
to it.
man.
Hold on to it. Not
The
everyone's
way
that
that Ryan
fortunate.
Matthew Pendry, I interact with it, I will lose all my hair.
Wait a second. You're going to lose your hair?
Yeah, because the things they say, I want to pull my hair sometimes. It's
They
because
don't
of Ryan Matt Pendry, I don't want kids.
What do they say?
Jesus Christ.
Just some things I'm like, why would you say that? Both of the Pendrys. Yeah, I'm talking to you, right.
Oh, quick
I
discussion.
said, because of you and Matthew,
Although,
I don't want kids.
Cougar,
I don't want
Cougar,
kids.
I will say.
I don't want kids.
Hey, no.
These
now,
are grown
now-
men.
Now, Ryan, which is kind of unfair. He said that you two are the reason he doesn't want kids. I will say that much like my dad, Matt reminds me of my dad, as he is never fucking here. So.
God, oh, man.
Jesus. Leave Matthew alone.
I love it. Leave Matthew alone. Leave him alone.
Did your dad also get knocked out every other week?
No, he got knocked out permanently by COVID, though.
Oh.
Boom!
Damn. Really? Why would you say that? I am fucking here for Sean's dark sense of humor.
True, why would you say that?
He was the first. He was the first person to die of COVID in Kansas, and I will honestly say there was no more deserving of a person.
As someone who also has daddy issues, I am here for those.
Hey, where's? Oh, Matt. Hey, Matt, you're on live.
Oh boy, that's okay. Hello, what's going on?
Say something, Matthew.
I'm talking to you through the phone, much like I discuss things with my father. What's up?
Not much. Just settle on in. What's going on? Is there a topic of discussion I need to weigh in on here?
Oh, well, we were talking about how, like, my father, you're absent from the podcast.
I went to the convenience store to get milk, Sean.
And never came back. And never came back.
Excuse of all time.
Well, at least
one of these days, Sean.
Well,
you just keep dreaming, buddy.
Well, see, the good thing is unlike my scheduled visits with my father, I know I'll see you on Sunday.
Oh my God.
Oh man, Sean just do a whole bit. I want you to just do a whole bit on your daddy issues. I will laugh at every one of them.
Buddy, you don't even know.
Rowan Blazefoot says, if only we could say the same about Global.
No. So before that happened, I did have a discussion question.
What's your discussion question, Seth? What you got?
I would like to know what team leads the league in on-field team meetings. Because
leads the league on-field team meetings?
I have a favorite.
When does
Tropics? It's Los Tropicos. Definitely.
Tropics, you think?
I would say that weeks 1 through 3, there was a clubhouse leader. However,
you guys
there is a far new leader in that division,
which is,
and it is Los Tropicos. Yeah. And I mean, it's working. The last undefeated team in KVKL, so it's clearly working. But I said they were the last undefeated team, so it's working.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So do
strategy only?
Do quote unquote on-field team meetings include the entire team doing calisthenics as a group before the game?
During the game.
Yes.
During the game.
Yes.
Between innings 1 and 9, who has the most team meetings? Because I reffed a Tropics game, and I think it was against first responders, and they gave up 1 run. Or no, it was against headquarters. It was against ringers, and they gave up 2 runs. And they were like, everybody fucking... They were like, everybody in right now. Everybody get together.
It was 3. It was 3.
But yeah.
It was... Nobody loves an on-field meeting like the Tropics do. You guys know it's true. You guys know it's true.
You care to rebut there, Ryan? That we lead the team league in most on-field in-game meetings. It's just like a visit to the mound there, Seth. That's what he's saying.
We might need to start limiting them.
Always like Major League Baseball, right?
Yeah, like 2.5 per game.
Ryan says, why are you hating on us being friends?
I'm not. They're half the podcast audience right now. Yeah. My back's to them.
True.
Do we leave the league? I get the Tropics too, I guess.
Ryan also says, I'll see you in the parking lot, motherfucker. Rowan Blazefoot says, I'm not stepping in.
Or marquee matchup week, Sean.
Marquee matchup. Oh, jeez.
What about marquee matchup week?
We're ready.
Who's ready?
No. Oh,
Who's
no.
ready? Free State?
Yes.
You want a rematch?
No.
I bet you don't.
Who was that?
No, he's talking about Free
I
State,
know.
Free
We've been
State
waiting
Tropics.
for that.
Oh,
I
boy.
will be the biggest advocate
Boy.
for a Free State versus Tropics Week 10 marquee matchup. Now, I know that it can't happen as a game of the week, but I will be advocating for
We already had a game of the week.
You already had a game of the week, so it's not going to be a game of the week.
Yeah, but
I
if they
will
donate
advocate
like $500
for
they can
a
get another
7.
one, right?
If $500 might change my mind.
Cougar, get that Venmo activated. Come
I
on.
don't have Venmo.
Get it.
Yeah.
I don't want Venmo. Fuck that.
He's like, I only have Zelle.
Cougar, buy me some cleats.
Hates movies.
Yeah, we need new cleats. Thank you, Cougar. May I have a new cleat?
Roble says Cougar doesn't have Venmo is the least surprising thing that's happened this year.
Not surprising at all.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I have PayPal.
Also, the least surprising thing ever.
Yeah. It's tied in with your AOL account. What?
Actually is.
I know it is. I didn't need any more info.
And I will never give it the AOL account. I will never give it up.
If you steal Cougar's AOL password, you will bring this man to his fucking knees.
It's true.
It's
true.
You could move countries with Cougar's password.
No, you didn't see it, Lindsay. That's
you can't
not true.
see it, not with that screen protector he's got.
Oh, will you stop it? No, you did not, Lindsay. Stop lying. Lindsay, come on. Stop lying. Stop it.
God.
Stop it.
What?
Cougar's AOL password is also the password to get into the Pentagon.
Yes.
It's just DMZ 6969.
DMZ.
YSC3 at 7 p.m.
Oh, dear.
No.
Where are we at?
YSC3 at 5 p.m.
So that was the.
We didn't get to that part, yeah.
What recap was that? Or what
Ball
preview?
Beavers Recess Rejects.
Good. That was a natural progression.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
YSC3 at 5 p.m. R-Bar at Midnight Tokers.
You know, at one point, this would have been a good matchup between R-Bar and the Midnight Tokers. But
Indeed.
like I said, no Jackson Wagner, obviously. But like they've had a tough season, Midnight Tokers. So
Yeah.
Is it clock is struck? Okay. Yeah.
Clock is struck. Yeah.
Time to wake up.
Yeah.
And it is midnight indeed.
Is it?
I think so. I don't see many wins in their future until they have a healthy Jackson and a healthy roster
and that's
back.
not until the end of the regular season. Yeah, I just don't see it.
Too tough a schedule now.
YSC3 at 7 p.m. Rockets at late fees.
Late fees all the way.
Let me see how they did last year. Hang on. And let's see. Late fees against Rockets.
I think late fees won.
No, they didn't play each other. They did not.
They didn't?
Wait, they probably did in the playoffs. I don't have that results.
They had to have played each other.
They didn't. I'm looking right now. They didn't last year.
There's no way. I thought
I'm telling you the truth.
I thought they played in the playoffs.
Maybe the playoffs, but not the regular season.
Oh, fuck.
Would I lie to you? Last year in the regular season, they did not play each other. I know it's shocking.
It's not fair. Just lying to us and not knowing what you're talking about.
It says it right here. It came from the jump drive did not get destroyed in the washer. I promise you. No, they didn't. Maybe the playoffs.
Late fees all the way. Yeah.
Late fees get their first win of the season.
Most fun actually wins for the first time this season.
Well, we'll see. Oh, sorry, Brand Rockets.
I'm up.
No, about Rockets.
Interesting.
Sorry about that. They beat you guys. Sorry.
Yeah, they beat us on a walk-off.
Sorry.
What the score sheet doesn't show is that when we played Rockets last year, going into the 9th inning, we were down by 8 and scored 9.
Oh, I remember
Ben
that.
ref game, yeah.
I do
didn't have
remember
any,
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have any film from that one. The camera was. We played on YSC1, and YSC1 was not so familiar with it.
No, you lost 15-16.
Yep, in extras.
In extras, yeah.
Well, you're double checking it. They didn't play each other, did they, Sean?
No, they did not. They beat Asteroid Head in the first round, and we had the doubleheader. Then they played Soda Jerks and lost 12-11, and then refused to ref.
Boom.
And haven't won a game since.
And what?
And have not won a game since then.
Yeah.
Isn't Karma?
Hey, ball don't lie.
Karma's a bitch.
Yeah. Ball don't lie.
I mean,
And yet Brooks is saying they'll break that curse. Okay.
Karma is a cat purring in my lap.
You know, we heard Rick's anecdote earlier this year. Best late fees team he's seen.
Yeah.
In his history of playing them. Just looking at some know their scores. I think that they're going to play us well at the end of their season.
Okay.
You mean Rick, who had his team ranked 7 before the season started?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, Rick, he was a little high that night.
Rick, pass it along, buddy.
Just say no, kids. Like Nancy Reagan said, just say no.
I've just got that they're due feeling.
Yeah, just say no.
Nancy Reagan.
Just say no.
Fuck Nancy Reagan.
She's dead. Leave her alone. She's dead. Leave her alone.
It's a good place for her. Jesus.
No. First his dad, now Nancy Reagan. No one is fucking.
Yeah.
Everyone.
No one's
you better.
safe in
Yeah.
this damn
Whether you're
podcast.
dead or alive.
Let me
Good
tell
luck.
you, they're probably hanging out together.
Oh my God. Really?
Jesus.
God. That's just dark. That's just dark, Sean.
Yeah.
My God.
Anyways,
Oh, God.
YSC4 at 5 p.m. Jazz House at the
This is a
Ringer.
pick 'em game. This is a
Pick 'em.
game. Who wants to go first?
Pick them or pick them with the spread.
No, we're done with the spread.
No spread.
No spread.
Okay. I'm gonna go with. I'm going Ringers.
Ringers?
100%. I'm going Ringers.
Can I ask a question really fast?
Yes, you may.
Brooks, how many times are you going to bat? Because I've refed your games and you've batted once. And
Are
then I've
you
refed your games and
kicking
you've batted
in your
5
own
times.
spot?
I will probably take a full kicking spot.
Okay. Ringers by. Oh, no spread?
No spread.
Okay. Ringers.
Ringers. Okay. Who wants to go next? Rowan.
Ringers by 1.
There's no spread.
AI does whatever it wants.
Clearly does. Yeah.
I am, for one, clearly welcome our future overlords.
Yeah.
If it means I do not have to work.
Are you Team Skynet over here?
I've accepted my future.
Fuck Skynet.
If it means our future is one of two things: either we're going to get to travel freely while robots do our work, or we're going to all be looking at memes at 2 a.m. and the sun's going to come up. There's no in between.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on, Sean. What's that again? Robots?
Yeah, robots.
There's that Boston.
That's what they're called.
Robot. Oh my gosh.
They're
Robots. Robots.
Just like it's bog.
Robots.
Yeah, well, that
Fog.
Well, no, and orange.
Orange.
No.
What?
Orange?
No. We don't have time for this.
No.
Put this on your list to do after I leave.
Orange.
No.
Orange.
My baby wakes up
Okay,
at 5 a.m.
I have
Let's
one
go.
question though before
Okay.
we'll drop this. But between Rowan and Seth, what comes out of a cow?
Shit.
No, out of its udders.
Milk.
Milk?
Milk.
Dang.
Milk?
You just lost.
There's
bro.
no E. There's no E in milk.
There is. Oh.
All right, Sean.
Okay, yeah.
Is it how do you figure or how do you figure?
I mean, Alanis knows it's figure.
There it is.
It's figure. And I'm Asian descent, and I can say some really whack ass like Korean accent like my dad, like Papa Wong. It's figure.
Yeah, well.
When are you gonna bring Papa Wong to the podcast?
No, Papa Wong's not coming to the podcast. Neither is Mama Wong. No, they're not going to come. Why not? It's too far of a drive for them. No, it's fine. Call in. No. Yeah, I'm going to have Mama or Papa Wong call in for a podcast like Matthew did for the Tropics to Sean here. No,
We could FaceTime your mom. That'd be dope.
Next time we have a rain out, let's just work
They
through
never
the
use
let's
FaceTime in
just
their
work
life.
through Cougar After
Mama and
Dark
Papa
daddy
never done
issues.
FaceTime in their entire lives.
Roblaze says Cougar's mom is busy.
Yeah.
Oh, leave Mama Wong alone. Leave her alone.
Tell
Mama Wong's the same.
Tell Papa Wong that. You know what I'm saying? I heard that his hands are like soldiers of the Roman sorts.
Papa 3 Hands Wong.
Roblaze borrowed
3 hands, 7 fingers.
Roblaze borrowed one of Brett's.
You are
hands.
disgusting. You are disgusting.
You know the extent that people are mashing plus 30 seconds to this when they're listening? They're like, are they still fucking going? Jesus Christ.
Oh my God! I don't want to hear about Cougars.
It's my fault.
I
Anyone picked a game in an hour?
Sorry, podcast. I should never put Mama Papa Wong on the podcast. Sorry.
No matter how long we've been going on, it's not as long as we were talking about the Jazz House game. It's fine.
YSC 4 at 7 p.m.
Oh, wait.
No.
Although we
No.
weren't done with the
No.
pick'ems. We weren't done. We weren't done. No.
We have two more picks. Yeah.
Sean and me haven't picked.
Ringers.
Looking at your
You know what? Fuck it. I'll make a clean sweep. Ringers.
Ooh.
Oh, now you're in trouble. Now it's a clean sweep. You want the smoke? Oh, here's Brooks. You want the smoke?
Okay.
Clean
so
sweep.
for me, I really feel like this is a game that's going to go. It could go either way. It's going to be a hard-fought, competitive game. Jazz House is looking really good this year, really young. I think that if they can get this win over us, they're going to win out. Dark horse plate contenders, maybe even like their game against Global. I think they're, they stopped bunting, but to be able to meet the gaps against Global for their entire game and not get run ruled by them, that's impressive as fuck.
Yeah.
So. Jazz House is a really fucking good team. They're young. They're still getting better, too. So I think that they're going to give us everything they have. So it could really go either way.
All right, Brooks is humble, but I'm not. Ring. Who the fuck is there? It's the Ringers.
Thank you, Jeffrey from Woos. Thank you, Brooks from Ringers.
YSC 4 at...
No. Roblades just wants you to know that just like this game, Roblades can go either way.
That's nice. That's nice.
YSC 4 at 7 p.m. Sacred Bunt at JDE Shift.
Ooh, this is a great game.
This is a great game. Drink Shift. This is where it has to be Sacred Bunt. I'm telling you guys, I'm begging you, if you want to win this game, you have to bunt. Incessantly,
YSC 4
often,
at 7.
forcefully, nonstop. If you bunt, you win this game. That's
so
it.
you're basically just saying Avery, Matt Poff, and I can't remember who pitches for JDE at this point.
You have to, and it's not saying that they're bad. It's not saying that they're going to make mistakes. I'm saying that just like you guys did with Global, you have to make them make the plays. And from what we've seen in using recency bias,
Rick Rollers,
if you're going to force them to make the plays, more often than not, they're not going to.
Just remember last year in Week 10, JD Shift, they beat Sacred Sword. They won.
What was the score of that game?
For some reason, I omitted that. I don't know why.
Get it memorized
I
better.
don't know what the final score was. I know that in the first 4 innings, Sacred Sword was leading, and they bunted the whole time, and they bunted 2 times the rest of the game, got on both times, and did not bunt again, and lost by like 5 or 6 runs.
That's about right.
That's exactly what happened last year.
That was marquee matchup last year.
That was marquee matchup, and I think it was game of the week.
So Robles wants to know, is Josh back, or did he just come back for a couple games?
If you're back and you're qualifying, playing enough to play for the tournament, you are back.
Adam's back. Adam Mitchell's back, but I think got injured. So he unretired.
He played last week, but
yeah,
we're talking
he played
about Josh.
another game.
Talking about Josh for JD.
I know Josh. I don't, but I know Adam played. I don't know about Josh. I know Adam Mitchell played unretired, but he got injured. Yeah.
JDE overrated, underrated, properly rated.
Where are they at?
Where are they at in the vibe rank?
Dropped this week.
They dropped down to.
They only beat Corksuckers by 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
also
I mean they were at a, but now they're down to a.
They're tough because they win all the games that they're supposed to win.
They're a weird team.
Not always impressively, but then they don't really lose to anybody but the top teams.
I actually think they're supposed to lose this game.
They probably are supposed to lose this game.
I'm going Sword here. Also, I have it on authority that Sword was missing people this past week.
Yeah, I know they were missing some folks this week,
so
but
I
who
think
isn't
they're gonna
any
get it
week?
together.
I mean, Wog was missing me this week, and we only lost 7-0. So, any given Sunday.
Sean.
It's a good loss.
Vog. With umlauts, okay?
Just like his Florian Butts.
And I slide in the corner, Wog.
Florian Butts.
Why don't you ask my boy LaMelo?
Okay, so what? Hey,
Oh,
Ben, what's the sharp line? Is it Sword by what, like 2.5? 1.5?
Ooh. I'm
Yeah,
buying
they do.
that. I'm buying that all day.
Yeah, I would take sword 1.5 on that. 100%.
Capitalizes on teams that
Throw the ball all over the place.
Right, yeah.
throw the ball behind
Yeah.
runners, and JDE
Does-
won't do that
yeah.
if it's not able to win.
Unless Avery decides to throw the ball all over the place.
I don't think they'll do that on like a normal Sunday afternoon game. So yeah, 1.5.
I hope Marcus has a camera on this one. This is going to be a good game.
Yeah.
YSC 5 at 5 p.m. The LFK Rays at the Woos.
Two of the hottest
Not a
teams in the
shabby
league.
game. And
Banger alert.
Here's Jeffrey to talk about from Woost.
Yeah, not a shabby game at all. Hi, I'm Jeff, and I like to party. I said it already. I will say the kickball gods smiled upon us because I reffed LFK Rays Gators this week, and we've got LFK Rays and then Gators. And then I went to Game of the Week and got to scout out Empire, even though they fucking kicked 30 runs in. So I'm real excited to play them later. And also, Seth, just so you know, my rankings just went live, so you're welcome. But I will say, the Rays are really good. It's not going to be an easy win by any stretch of the imagination, but Woost is streaking, and I think a lot like the Soda Jerks from last year, there's a chance that we could easily win out and be 8-2. It kind of depends on who we see week 10. But if we're talking about week 10, I've privately said it. I'm going to publicly say it. We want D-Holes week 10. Amber's been asking for that for her retirement game, and with the way that the rankings are going, it's actually going to be actually would be a fucking banger of a game. So, board, fucking give us. Yeah, I see what you're laughing at. Give us D-Holes week 10, but I'm not looking past the Rays this week. It's going to be a really tough game. It's going to be fun.
This is 4-2 versus 4-2.
You're damn right.
Yeah.
Is that right? The D-holes are 2 D-holes are 2 and... Oh, you're 4-2. You're right.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. You gave me 3 drinks. I'm drunk.
Also, for anybody that has any complaints about the schedule, can we just like sit back and appreciate for a second that fully 1/3 of the league, 12 teams, 3-3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Perfect middle.
I can't wait to hear any complaints about the schedule.
Just one shitty week.
Hey, Sean, I got complaints about the schedule.
I know. Fucking, there's Rowan trying to slide in my DMs fucking again.
Do I play my next 3 games at Hobbs? If not,
I've got a
I
complaint
got problems.
too.
Roblade says, grease me
I
up,
do
buddy.
have a game at Hobbs in 2 weeks. I'm ready to bust
Also,
somebody up there.
Shout out to Jeff's post 1 minute ago on the
Yeah.
kickball. That's the most Sundays in the park ass thing I've seen in a long time, and I say that very glowingly and very nostalgically. You ranked teams not 1 through 36, but by groups. In like, that's just the best, man. That's exactly what it's supposed to be. Shout out. I hope you do that consistently going forward.
Yes. I also love that we're tongue kissing. I've dreamed. You were my free states, or my shirt factory, Seth.
That channel's like Thomas and Darren and Nick Lerner and Chris Ford's posts from back in the day. That's really good.
Yeah, love it.
That's pretty good.
YSC 5 at 7 p.m. The Cork Soakers at JB
Cork
Califusion.
suckers, stop it.
No, it's not wrong.
You guys are both wrong. It's the cocksuckers.
Yeah.
This is the most variance game of the entire week. Cork could win by 10. It could be a 1-run game either way, or JB's could win by 10.
Yeah.
Both of these teams are Jekyll and Hyde. Fun one. I hope Marcus records this one too, honestly.
I will say, no matter what, best guacamole I've had in a long fucking time.
At Cork and Barrel?
Shout out to JB's Califusion.
Dude,
I heard the food is really good.
Dude, it was so good.
Really good.
The food was top tier on Sunday, as always expected from JB's. But man, very few people can make a very, very, very top quality guacamole that holds and just as good at the beginning of Game of the Week as it was at the end.
More food trucks at Game of the Week, I say.
I can't.
I get better late.
What's that?
I got Cork by 7. I feel like they play better late in the day.
Yeah, they definitely shine after the evening starts to rise. YSC 6. Ooh, man, this is going to be the
Pick'em game.
You do not want to miss at 5 p.m. if you have a opportunity to get out there, YSC 6 at 5 p.m. Post House at Johnny's. Post House going to be looking to come out swinging after only putting up 7 against WOG this week.
If you care of what happened last year's game, Johnny's won 12-4 in week 5.
Yeah, and that was a week where I know Post House was actually missing like 4 or 5 players, if that kind of thing matters to you.
They play in playoffs,
but should
at
be
all?
a banger of a game this year. Looking forward. If you get it, like I said, you get an opportunity to get out there, you want to go watch a good slugfest, good offensive and defensive game, head out to YSC 6.
Has Johnny's beat them on their march to the championship the past couple of years? I think that.
What's that?
Has Johnny's beat Post House the past couple of years?
Johnny's beat Post House in the semifinals last year.
Yeah,
in the cup.
And I think it was a fairly close game.
Nah, not really. I think they won by 4 or 5. I was like, don't quote me on this. So it was kind of handle. So
Pick 'em or pick 'em with the spread.
What's that? No, it's just a pick 'em. No spread.
All right, I'm going Johnny's.
Johnny's.
Is this a pick-em?
Yes, sir.
Rowan, have you computed?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of. So there's competing considerations here, right? I kind of feel like from what I've seen of Johnny's this year, they look gettable, which is weird to say about a team that has won twice in a row. I also feel like they know that people now think they're gettable, and they want to win this game. Is it crazy to think that this is going to be Johnny's by 5-7? No spread.
They won by 8 last year.
Yeah. I don't know. Post House has been playing so good, though.
Ever since that opening loss to a Shirt Factory.
Yeah.
What was the score of that game?
What?
Shirt Factory Post House.
By 4.
By 4? Okay.
They won by 4.
Yeah, I'm still going Johnny's.
Who'd you guys pick?
Everyone's picking Johnny's.
That's it. I'll take Post House. Post House by 2.
I feel like this is kind of the same thing that we do every single year, where Post House puts up crazy numbers against teams that can't hang with them, and then when the time comes, they don't beat the teams that they should beat, or that they need to beat to get to where they want to go. Johnny's plays perfect kickball. Like, Johnny's doesn't make mistakes. When they have their whole team there, when they have Michael at catcher and Kerry at pitcher and Shane at third and everybody where they're supposed to be, they don't make a lot of mistakes. And Post House relies on kicking the ball over people's heads. And when you're playing a team a little bit worse than you, that's a great strategy. And when you're playing a team a little bit better than you, it doesn't always work. So Johnny's by 3.
Yeah, I'm mostly relying on 6. Over your head might mean over the fence.
Yeah.
It's an equalizer.
There's a wind factor as well out there.
By the way, if you remember the Degenerates podcast, me and Sean were there, over under 5 home runs by Zach Knockbar. So far, he has 1. So that's just now.
Over the fence homers? Or just
well, any home runs. Any home runs. Only 1. Zach Knockbar, correct. It's not a lie. It's only 1. It's true. Benjamin, would I lie to you? I'm being wrong, but I lied to you? No. Well, that's true. That's true.
He was gone.
I did have to
one
bend
week.
in the scorekeeping.
I know he was gone 1 week, so
yeah.
that's definitely going to hinder his numbers.
Yeah, I'm with Seth on this one. I'd rather be wrong in the aftermath, but I just Johnny's. Just straight pick 'em right. No,
correct.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with Johnny's.
Plus, this is the old CJ Kai. I mean, we're at Johnny's.
Yeah.
So
Johnny's.
Yeah.
You know what?
Johnny's good.
I'll join Ben. I'll go Post House. I have no good reason.
Yeah, you're gross. We're the winners over here.
How am I gross?
Yeah, you picked with Rowan Blazefoot. You're disgusting. I knew you were in defeat. Good job.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. That's why, Cougar, you're so niche, you get off by getting onto airplanes. You know why? Because you can say that you're over 30,000 feet, you pervert. What? Moving on, YSC 6. Yeah, that's a thinker. At 7 p.m., WOG at the Harpies.
Vog.
At the Harpies.
Good game. Another good game.
Yeah, go be a
good
great
job,
game.
boy.
Yeah.
Good job, Rowan.
This is a good week of games. It really was.
Good slew of games. Not a pick 'em.
Not pick 'em. No.
I know who I'm picking.
If Bryson loses this game, because Bryson thinks he's like the greatest coach, strategist, whatever, in the entire kickball. So if he loses to Grant, he'll never live it down. He'll never live it down. He thinks that he's going to like run circles around Grant because Grant doesn't pay attention, when in reality, I think Harpies might have a better team than you. I don't know. Harpies by 1.
Uh-oh. To quote Carl Lewis for the national anthem epic fail. Uh-oh.
Hey, everyone's entitled to an opinion.
I'm going to plead the fifth because I have City League teammates on both of those teams, and I know if I pick one, I'm going to be having my ass chewed on Friday by one or the other. So
Oh, like that stop
I'm going to plead the fifth.
Oh, like that stop you before there, Brant.
Go Vogue.
Go Vogue. Okay.
Yeah, go Vogue. YSC 7 at 5 p.m.
That was
Rick-
it? What?
What?
Who? You didn't pick?
It's not a pick 'em.
Yeah, it's not a pick 'em. But I don't. I'm.
A lot of good games, but it's not pick 'em.
We've talked about what your favorite anime is, but we can't pick Vogue versus
I mean, I definitely am picking Vogue.
I actually think this game is going to be very telling for like the the 10 to 15 range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it. I think it's going to be a good tight game for about 6-7 innings. I think it's going to be decided in the last 3.
I think Vogue might have been punching up a little bit, and to be fair, the Harpies have played really well. Schedule's been a little easier. I think after this game, Harpies are going to be saying, "Vogue is my Vati."
Yeah.
Thank you for adding a little depth to that one.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
I remember my 6th grade German.
all the way up.
Das ist my Vati.
And I would love debating, why we're not going to only win, but by more than 1 over the Harpies. But we've
How many
only
times have you been run ruled in the past 3 weeks? I know you have 1 win, but brother, you guys have been blown out of the water 2 out of the last 3 weeks. You don't just walk over people like
Also,
Harpies.
Seth is Sean's
Hey,
smoothie.
you want to know? I will
means.
also just tell you that there is a commonality in those 2 weeks
that you guys gave up.
That when I have not played.
Yeah, they might have been missing a key player kind of thing. Yeah.
When I haven't played, we have been run ruled and we've laid over. Why go out and get hurt in games? In games that we technically shouldn't have won, in games that we technically should not have even had a chance in. What's the point, right?
I guess.
Go
but
out,
man, you
work
only get to
on
play so many kickball games in your life. Go
And-
play them all, man. Why you sitting out?
Well, for one, I was dying, and for the other one,
but was
for the other
resurrected.
one, I was physically unable to due to work restrictions.
You
So-
gave a 30-minute diatribe last time about
Unfortunately.
how the
Yeah,
podcast
and in the week,
brought you out of the bed off
and
your
in the
deathbed.
week in between those 2 defeats,
standing up, he's
I
standing
rose from the dead,
I'm
and
just
by
saying.
transitive properties made us
never
a
works.
top 5 team based off of if Global was a top 5 team and they lost, that means they're 6th, which who they lost to means that's their number 5, which we beat, which means we're number 4.
My brother.
Thanks, Arvel.
You've been run ruled 2 out of the last 3 weeks. Come out, play a game, play the rest of the season.
Yes.
Play hard the rest of the season. Put some shit on paper because it's not looking good right now. It's not looking good that you guys just lay down.
Man.
That you just lay down against every good team.
I
It
can't-
doesn't look good.
I can't wait to lose to you so that you get WOG in the tournament.
You know Ben Malone's ready.
God, I hope.
You're not clocking, man. He's
I
standing
hope.
on business.
Liverpool fan versus
Clock.
Liverpool fan. Yeah.
All right, we've got
Jesus.
11 minutes remaining of airtime.
Oh, like that stop
Speed run it.
before. Yeah, okay.
YSC 7 at 5 p.m. Rick Rollers at the Toe Pokers.
Real quick, Roleplays is confused about harpies and herpes. They both sound the same. Is there a difference there?
Harpy is a bird, okay? Yes, it is.
I'd rather hang with a harpy for sure.
Harpy's a bird. It's a bird of prey.
Okay, Rick Rollers, Toe Pokes. I think we're probably
It's a good game, by the way. It's a
all
good
picking
game.
Rick Rollers, but preseason it would have been split.
It would have been split.
Yeah, I agree.
Toe Pokes have not lived up to what we hope they were, and that's
I they go through injuries. Like Ian,
Sure.
Jess, get well soon, please. So, But I'm going to Rick Rollers. Yeah.
YSC 7 at 7 p.m. KBC Tropics at Red Lion. No matter what, there will be lots of yelling.
I'm gonna cut.
The Tropics have never beaten Red Lion. Isn't that that's crazy?
Is that true?
Yeah, it's true.
Wow.
It's very true. Never. They've never lost. To quote
Let me
Nicola Barball.
tell you something. I guarantee you the fucking board members' emails are going to be wide open.
Oh dear.
Jesus.
Oh dear. Any of the Tropics want to talk about this game? Any else?
Okay.
No.
Let me tell
Okay.
you something. I have heard so much shit from Cosgrove about being present at a kickball this year. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll just say that.
I'm not sure if we're playing this week. I haven't played. I'm one week away from playing.
What do you think is going to happen?
Here's Ryan to tap the Tropics.
I want to hear from you.
I got Tropics.
Same. I also.
Yeah,
have
I
got
feel like
Tropics.
we match up well against you guys, but the last two games have been fucking ridiculous. One, it was just a good confluence of circumstance, and the most recent one felt like we got too many calls and it made it too hard to come back from. I feel like it's your time.
Yeah,
It's my
maybe,
guess.
Maybe. I mean, anything can happen, but we almost had you guys twice when you guys were ranked 5 a couple years ago. Had you guys by the gall in the playoffs, and you guys came back and won. And I think we're a much better team now than we were then. So, hopefully now we can maybe get that first win against you guys.
Yeah. You just promise me after you stick it in,
Tyler,
we'll do
come
a
speak your
shotgun
mind.
together.
Yeah.
Come speak your mind then.
They want to do a shotgun together. They said they want to do a shotgun together.
8 minutes.
Just promise me after you stick it in, we'll do a shotgun together.
Yes. Over under on shots and or fist fights.
0 from me. I don't drink, and I have a glass jaw, so none from me.
Next game, we got like 5 minutes
You have a
left.
glass
YSC 8 at 5 p.m. Love Garden Squids at Red Legs.
There's another team I don't know.
Ooh, this is a tough one. Love Garden got a little bit more momentum. They're
Go
3 and
Red
3.
Legs.
They did.
I got Red
They
Legs
did.
too.
Go Red
Yeah,
Legs.
I think Red Legs have won 4 in a row, though.
Yeah.
Haven't they? I think they started.
Red Legs
0-2.
are hot.
Yeah.
Hot right now.
Yeah, Road Blaze looks at Love Garden games and says does not compute.
Yeah. I'm going to have to say I go Red Legs on that as well.
Yeah. And next game is YC 6 at 7 o'clock. Screamers at it's Empire. Hi, Brant.
Hey.
Am I going last? I'm assuming it's a pick'em.
No, it's not Pick'em. No,
Not a pick'em. What?
it's not. We already did 3 Pick'ems.
Yeah.
There's so many good games this week. It's hard to do a Pick'em there, Brant.
Are you talking about YSC 8 at 7 p.m.?
No, YSC
Yes,
8 at 7 p.m. Correct, yes.
Yeah, Screamers at Empire.
Not Pick'em. Not Pick'em.
Not a
We
pick'em?
played them 2 years ago in playoffs when that playoff day was like 120-degree heat index. They were our second game, and we only lost 8-4.
Yeah, I think that was the day that our bar didn't play.
That was indeed the
There we
day
go
that our
again.
bar did not play. Too hot for that. But I'm excited for it. I think it'll be a good game.
Yeah.
I know Shipley's looking for another guy, and we are not.
God,
so,
yeah, he's still hawking on
we'll see how
Facebook
it
group.
pans out on Sunday. It'll be a fun game.
yeah.
My captain Anna, she used to play for him, so I think she's kind of excited to play him.
Yeah.
Fellow Korean, Anna Landis.
Good people.
Good people indeed.
Yep.
So moving on to the final 2 of the week, Hobbs Park Thriving Financial, Brandon Shreve's owned field at 7 p.m. Global Cafe at Invictus Fitness.
Isn't it hard to believe that this is not even close to being a Pick'em game? And it
No.
will always be a
No.
Pick'em game. Every
Recency
year.
bias.
Overreaction, dude. Global's going to win this game. Global's coming out hot.
They are going to
100%.
have...
Yeah.
It's hard to write them off.
They did end Invictus Fitness like 53-game win streak, which would have been 2 away from the all-time record.
You don't think
did-
they're coming out razor sharp focused
And
on
pissed.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Well, I can't.
I unless proven otherwise, like they're. I don't know, man.
I don't think they'll pull it off, but that's a big but.
Big bud.
Global is a sneaky, sneaky fucking underdog.
Yeah.
Robles loves Latin phrase, especially since Invictus regained the in from the Victus.
That was like I bartended for 7 hours to hear this bullshit commentary.
It's like, God, I hate
this
these
is
people.
Nonsense. Oh, Invictus by 4? All right.
Invictus by 4?
Bad pick?
Nah, I'll take Invictus by 2.
That was Noah, bartender, fellow Man United fan. Yeah. Oh, is it? There you go.
There you go.
Whose birthday is it? Yours. Hey, happy birthday! Happy early birthday.
Sunday.
Happy early birthday.
Okay.
Sunday.
So, you know that means Sean, they got to say something nice about Man United on Sunday.
I don't have to ever say anything nice about Man
Yeah,
United.
what? I knew you were going to say that.
I will let you know on Sunday that they, in fact, did not lose.
That's nice. That's nice.
And rounding out the week at Hobbs Park, Thrivent Financial, Brandon Shreve's owned field, 9:15 p.m. The Ghosts at the Soda Jerks.
Two teams that got absolutely anger banged last
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
To show off in front of the crowd.
I love it.
I'm going to go with Jerks.
Yeah, give me Soda Jerks, 100%.
Word on the street is that Drennan might bring a fart machine.
No, he won't.
Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll never get your game recorded again.
No, he won't.
Robles looked at Cougar's internet history, and Ghost Soda Jerks is his favorite thing.
What if I farted
Also
to the
known
GoPro?
also known as the Mystery Woman.
What if I just farted to the GoPro and I have my own? Am I good then?
That would work.
All right.
He just, puts nail polish on and stands in the mirror.
What
the
the
fuck?
most ridiculous podcast I've ever been a part of.
I
Three
know.
hours solid.
255.
255.
Almost to 56.
Hold on, Seth. Wait till the Cougar After Dark podcast in several weeks. Wait for that.
Ben's going to sponsor it so we can go like 4.5 hours.
Oh, yeah, no.
I'll be there the whole time.
Robles is going to sponsor it.
Mixler Premium.
Yeah, Mixler Premium. We're
Oh
coming.
my gosh.
So is Cougar.
What's that? So am I? Oh,
I
Jesus
animated
Christ.
it the entire time.
I wonder how much it would cost
Truly,
to get
what else is there
ChatGPT
left to
to
say?
animate
We've
it.
run the entire crowd off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost everyone's gone except for our sound engineer, Jeff. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
From Woos.
Who wrote
Thank
a
you.
2,000-word post in the middle of this podcast?
Thank you to Noah for hosting us at the Up and Under here at Johnny's North, 401 North 2nd Street. And thank you to the Tropics for once again being half of our crowd. And thank
you
you
are.
to
Thank
the
you. Thank you.
unofficial extra member of our panel tonight, Drennan Dulski.
There, Dren Dulcie, yes.
Thank you to Empire Brant. Thank you to not the AI, to that bag of dicks for joining us. But a big thank you to Ben Hutnick, and an even gianter thank you for the giant upset and the amazing joining again on the panel to Seth Supersport Sanchez. For myself and my favorite colleague of all time, Jason Cougar Huang. Does anyone have anything to play us out, put us out, or?
I think that's something that is near and dear to Seth Super Sports Sanchez's heart as the outro song.
Hobbs
I
Park
just
tomorrow
wanna
night at Wednesday
thank Ryan for being
practice. Be there.
gracious and victory ahead of time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.